Hello everyone, and welcome to SpeedGaming. We've got another Creative Time Randomizer SpeedGaming Live 2022 online tournament qualifier number 7 here. I'm Star, and with me on commentary will be Chuckles today. He is currently AFK, getting some water, but we'll be back shortly, as we have Mr. Mario and Pyra on restream. Should be a good one.
Actually, Star, I am with you on commentary. Chuckles is tracking.
Thank you, look, I am scattering hard today. In which case, hi.
Hi.
Right into
I was
places.
like, I mean, I'll go push buttons instead. That works.
Dad, you're just like to a scattering commentary admin. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. I am excited to watch another exciting qual here. I am desperately praying for this to not be a required burning cack seed like so many of the others have been.
We'll find out. That is a child spawn at the bottom of Zora's River.
Ooh. Kind of like that spawn. It makes for nice movement if our warp songs aren't particularly kind.
Yep, looks like we have a storm start, and I entirely missed our starting medallion. Oops.
Shadow.
Okay, Shadow Medallion. Convenient. Hey, one we actually need for a change.
Yeah,
which
let's go.
Rando really hasn't wanted to give to us. I think out of our previous 6 qualifiers, 4 had required burning cack and light medallion. They started to light med where it was required. And another 2 had the prelude check required. There was 1 qual that didn't require either of those things.
Here, after my own heart, doing chickens right away.
Not a bad choice with the spawn being so close to cack.
Mm-hmm. And
Mario
Mr. Mario also doing chickens, but the one you have to pay for. Yep. With something other than just time.
On a different note, I really like their tunic colors today.
I do too. I kind of like the lilac, mauve, somewhere in between those colors.
I'd go with lilac. Yeah, but that is a pretty nice color on Pyra's, and then Mario's got a very nice shade of bright blue here. Both of their buttons a little bit boring in color in comparison, unfortunately, as that's a magic meter on Talon's chickens.
Magic right away, we like that.
Always good to get.
Alright, what you got? What you got?
Oh. Thanks, Anju.
Thanks, Anju. You're the worst. And I guess we're going into bottom of the well, which isn't a terrible play. I would rather go in after.
Such a fast button masher. I don't even know what green song he got. I just know it was green.
Darius.
Thank you. But yeah, well, not a terrible idea right off the bat, if you're already here and it's a quick way back. Certainly one of the more unconventional plays I've seen, but there's nuttier ones in that.
Yeah. And Mr. Mario, we'll see what they opt to do here. I apologize, we don't have pronouns
defense
up here. I believe they are both he, him, but not
correct.
positive.
Not sure why it's not in the SG system, but they are both he, him, and that is a double defense Mario does not feel like spending the 20 to 30 seconds to pick up there. In the silo, he does not need.
I mean, give me double defense any day, because I desperately need that if I'm going to take the kind of shortcut of stopping opening small chests quickly. Give me a buffer.
Ooh, that is a big chest. Bomb lock there in the well. That'll be fun for later.
Mm-hmm. Nice key here. Yeah, going into the well with no ZL or bombs is risky, but when you start with storms, you know, it's kind of nice to get a feel for what exactly is going on in there. Looks like, you know,
bad to get back to, because your spawn is right at the entrance to Zora's River, which is pretty close to Cack in the grand scheme of the world map. Not really, you can't really get much quicker than that. other than to spawn, you know, actually physically in CAC.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because even Nocturne's still a little bit of a walk from the, well...
Nothing in our little maze here, and Mr. Mario not gonna waste any time with small chests, it seems, today.
I could not tell the chest size under that bobbable rubble for Pyra there. A big chest will peek out like the corner, but I'm blind and can't tell. Ooh, that's a big chest from Mario. With the bomb bag!
Bombs! Let's
Convenient.
go! Pyra's internet seems to be struggling, so...
That's unfortunate. Or video feed seems to be freezing a bit. I think his actual audio seems to not be freezing oddly.
Interesting.
Or no, that just froze. Go figure.
Well,
Presumably he did not want lock
happens.
pits or the like chest, so he's heading for the basement. And no clue what that was, because freezing. First sense of the seed here for Mario. With
No.
great. Pierre's got a bow.
No. Pierre does not have our bow.
Pierre has a bow. I did not say it was the bow. We don't know.
I am just manifesting into the universe right now that that is not our first bow.
We will find out.
And yeah, Virgil, a little unfortunate that that bomb bag is freely available, and Pyra... Was that?
Bottle on frogs too, regular.
Okay, that's what I thought I saw, but...
Yeah, it's a green potion bottle, which is why Mario said to double take it.
Yeah.
Well, that is probably not required.
Probably not.
I will say it's definitely not because I've seen because Rando does some really, really silly things, but well,
Yeah.
probably not.
We also have, you know, nice early bombs and 2 of our 6 child songs.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility now.
Both runners stealing Talon's money.
Ooh, big chest here for Mario is... Hey, you know, hey, a slingshot! French vanilla!
Yeah,
why not?
let's go.
Just above its regular location, go figure.
I'm always tempted when it's something like that where it's literally same room, just a check over, like, it's vanilla, right? That's just like a little too much vanilla.
Yeah, go with some logic, because that is a very nice purple magic
I like
to go
that
with.
purple magic.
That is a very nice color to go with Pyra's purple tunic. The HUD is a little bit washed out, I'm afraid, but I do like the tunic and magic color. Mario has a very dark magic meter today. I'm not sure what color that is, but it really is dark.
Great.
It is actually full, since he hasn't had any way to use it, but
Hey,
that's a bow.
let's go! Pierre is dead. Dead to us.
Yes, indeed.
But interestingly, if Pierre is like hard bow locked,
That
we
could
get to
be
start
information.
thinking about bow shenanigans.
Yes, indeed. Because don't forget that we don't have much hints yet. There could be hints for Way of the Heroes that could be fun. We also have no idea what our medallion layout is. And we'll get some idea here with beating Deku as... Let's see if Pyro picks up his double defense. Nope.
Yeah. Oh.
And he's
Might be
off to
showing-
adult.
Yeah.
Or at least checking the pedestal and hints. We'll see if he actually goes above him there. Hints. Alright, 30 is dead. Skull Mask dead. Toilet key, and toilet's a key.
Thanks, game. Oh. Alright, looks like Pyro's probably following behind Mr. Mario into Kokiri Forest with that save quit.
Yep. Still no 30 skulls. None of our falls have ever been anything remotely resembling 30 skulls. I think we might have had a BGS or something on 30 was the most interesting thing so far. So that trend continues. Runners can't complain. Hi Hell Knight in chat,
Right.
and hey everyone else.
Hi, Hell Knight. And Goma is gone.
Mario.
Gonma? Goingma? I don't know. I don't know. Is Deku required?
Well, the answer is... Yep,
yeah.
nice.
Ooh.
Well, they can't delete their boss key today, at least.
Oh, that's good. We like that.
Well, hopefully they won't, considering that they'll be getting it as soon as they turn adult, and...
Yep, hopefully.
I will, although it would be... Hell, hopefully it would be too bad if they did actually do that, but we have been trying to remind people to, please don't save quit immediately after, as soon as you enter Temple of Time after getting the Forest Medallion or the Shadow and Spirit Medallions, because then you can permanently delete Prelude for the boss key, as we find out Big Run is also useless. Yawn. Very free boss key. Hey, ça va? Chat. Lon Ranch is way of the hero, you think?
No.
Just maybe.
Maybe. It's Saria's, not magic.
It could be
real.
both.
It could be both.
We don't know yet, as we find the heart piece off the woods target. So, Slingshot logically required, practically, not really, unless it's needed for Child Spirit. Ça va bien, Barbu, merci. Barbu is one of our Quebecois community members, participated in a few qualifiers, and I believe he'll be joining us in person in Virginia in October. Apologies for spontaneous French, I do speak both languages fairly well. A great memory game for Mario is a Zora Tunic, okay.
I think it's Pyra's Navi notification is low. It's the like timer noise from like the heat timer and the drown timer. It's really fun.
That would make sense. I was trying to figure out what was triggering it, because it sounded as he was heading into Kokiri as well, and I couldn't figure out if that was time of day or the or Navi. Doing a double take at that frog's in.
Do I need that? Probably not. We hope not. Hey,
Boomerang on Skull Kid, or
boomerang!
yeah, Skull Kid. For the reason my brain wanted to correct that to Sick Kid. This is not a LTTP. Thanks.
So, Saria's intensifies.
Yes, it does. As we find.
Oh,
hey,
that's
that's
a nice hint to have.
Well, dead hand chests are both dead. And I believe these chest before the coffin, which is the other seal lock check in the well, was a key, if memory serves, so they don't need that today. They will want to go in there for the bomb lock big chest, but that'll be about it. As far as we can tell, at least. Not 100% sure what was in the basement due to Pyra's frame drops, which have seemed to be fixed now.
Alright, so Pyra picking up that slingshot here, and Mr. Mario Skull Mask still dead.
Thanks for the duplicate game.
We say these things so sarcastically, and the game is obviously not sentient, but just like, you programmed me this way. You made me have duplicates.
Which is good, since the other location of some of these hints can be in some absolutely terrible spots, but it also is a bit of an eye roll when you see the same copy of a thing you've already done twice early in the game, for instance.
Yep.
Like the Lowland Ranch way of the hero being early and is nice, but of dubious usefulness considering what we got there. Or magic is frequently way of the hero just because the other does tend to be magic locked somehow, and so Resong has a fair few uses. Particularly that boomerang that they picked up off Skullkid, in fact.
Yeah, I'm interested to see our dungeon layout, see if there is some potential reason for that. The slingshot kind of crosses off some of the more niche reasons, like spirit key logic, which could still
Getting to the
come into
boomerang
play.
chest.
Yeah. Yep.
The bomb bag solves it anyway, but there are a few places where slingshot and boomerang are interchangeable as child projectile weapons. Doesn't come up too often in these, but that is a thing. Nice bomb jump from Pyra.
Alright, what song we got here?
Serenade, I think that was. Okay, and Burning Cack is dead. Thanks.
Burning Cack's our item!
Neat.
And it's really dead.
I
got my wish.
It's not a Burning Cack seed for the song. Woohoo! It's also nice to know that all of our other song tracks will in fact be songs, because as we start with Prelude in these settings, one of these 12 song checks will be replaced by a random item. Which song check is randomized and what the item is also randomized. In this case, Burning Cack with a blue. So don't need to worry about that today. Mind you, this doesn't stop there. In the dungeons required for the Burning Cack reward, but it's at least not that. As we find out, 30 Skulls is still dead. Thanks! More duplicates.
I am just sitting here like, this game is gonna give us, like, Water, Shadow, and Spirit as our stones. And
because it likes to do that. To be clear, the randomizer is not actually sentient. We don't think, at least, but it sure feels like that sometimes, and it likes to do some really goofy things.
Not sentient yet.
If it is technically possible for the randomizer to do something, it will do it at some point. Ooh, that's a mirror shield.
Yep, we're gonna grab that.
Things you might not expect. The randomizer does some really goofy stuff. One of the most legendarily terrible seeds from last year's SGL involved the one and only bow being on 50 skulls. Hard acquired, unless you really wanted to go run a big bow over with a Poda for I don't know what reason to get a bow lock bow.
I mean, who doesn't want to run a big Poe over with a Epona? like realistically. Oh, that'd be that would end up being such a jet though, top file. Because it's like
Water
so
Spear
limited.
and Java Stones with OTCL, please? Yeah, because there's so little you can do in Water and Spirit without CL.
Oh, so many free shields.
Hey, 2 shields in the market, why not? Mario's gonna read the Temple of Time hints, and I suspect at this point probably either go adult or go to the well. Either would make sense. Probably rolling his eyes at both toppies of the toilet hint. And I guess he's gonna save himself just an itty bitty little bit of walking here by playing Prelude right outside the Temple of Time.
There was not anything on child shooting.
Nope.
I mean, there was, because it's required to have something, but it was just a Deku shield.
Yep.
Yo.
And there's
his
Boss
boss
Key.
key.
Also,
Alright.
I like this mirror shield color for Mario.
Boss key number 1 is safe.
Ah, gosh dang it. Mario menuing way too fast for me. And resetting.
Thanks, Mario.
Mario, a top runner here in many of the top tournaments, and high top performer in side tournaments too, who is very good at reading very fast. Too fast for us, unfortunately, as that is a spawn. Like Hylia from Domain,
Interesting.
which is a one-way entrance as adult because that hole is blocked off. I don't remember why.
Yeah. Also, thanks to SpeedGaming 3 for the raid. Welcome in, everyone. We've got an Ocarina of Time randomizer race going on here.
Yep. Thank you also to Geishane's rating with a party of 3. Double raid here. Well, welcome all. Got ourselves Ocarina of Time randomizer here, from the Legend of Zelda series. Qualifiers for the SpeedGaming Live 2022 online tournament. If you have questions, please ask, as I know that OTR is not a familiar game to many SpeedGaming viewers, as that scrub is a scam on Mario's end.
Yeah, and we have a question. That link is purple because the randomizer lets you change your cosmetic colors. So your various items and tunics can be pretty.
Yep. Alright, check Mario's stream. Bad news, Jump is the light
it's
medallion.
Saria's! Let's go!
What did Mario just find double magic?
Sure did!
It's a Saria song, and I just checked Mario's stream. Guess what medallion Jabu has, Smelkly?
I saw Light Medallion and that it's Way of the Hero from VXR.
Well, Light Medallion and that boomerang might be Way of the Hero, correction.
Yeah.
We're in for fun!
Yay!
And here's the hint that OT is Requiem. Well, I guess we're not going there very soon, so there is that, I suppose. For what that's worth, we're not going to Water Medallion Spirit super quickly or super easily, considering where that Requiem is. Behind Water, Shadow, and DC as our stones.
Okay. So, two of the 3 that I was dreading. DC is nice. The Way of the Hero boomerang, not so much.
No. Well, it doesn't have to be the boomerang. It could be for forest access, it could be for Darunia, it could be that bottle on frogs too, technically. We'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Requiem on OT with Stone... No, Spirits of Water Medallion, VXR correction. We're not going there fast. At least according to Mario's personal tracker and his personal stream, which, hopefully he read it right, because we didn't catch it. Yeah, we have all of our always sins, most of our single sometimes sins, not all of them. We've got 1 dual and 3 singles sometimes. And 1 Way of the Hero, no foolishness. Our heads suck at the moment of it, and Bigoron is still dead. Thanks for the repeat. Speaking of hints that we don't need. SFM is Way of the Hero. That's
Not
not Serenade, and it's not Wolfo's Grotto, so it is guaranteed to be the minuet check. Whatever that is. That might explain why Saria Song is Way of the Hero, since you do require Saria Song or Minuet to bypass Mido as adult.
Yeah, the only thing we know is it will not be Lullaby here.
Yeah, because we have it set in this hint distribution, so that Zelda's Lullaby cannot be hinted directly Way of the Hero, because it's Way of the Hero in every single CW settings. Getting that information tells us nothing.
Nocturne's boring. Be something spicy.
No.
Boo.
Nocturne for Stone Shadow. Thanks!
Wow, game, thanks. I never would have figured out I needed Nocturne.
Mark Pyro going straight back to the wall for that bomb lock big chest makes a lot of sense. Peeped this earlier. He knows ZL is not going to be needed here, I believe. He should have read it. Yeah, he should have read it. Well, dead hand hints. So,
yes,
makes sense.
Sure did.
Oh, we've seen a 20 skulls hit. I thought it was a duplicate of the 30, but apparently got a hit at 20 instead as well. Whoops! Thanks for the correction, chat. Fix the note sheet and commands.
Ooh,
good thing he went back, because that is
pickup.
That's a very nice pickup. Good thing he did that. Early gamble to the well paying off.
Yep. Mr. Mario showing off a very nice little trick there, shooting the bomb flowers with an arrow through the boulders. Oh, another bottle on 20. Okay.
Oh, it's a bottle on 20 skulls, and I'm blind. Thank you for the correction. So, that is fully available with a boomerang and a bomb. So, Frog's doing it, and Sorry Song is not Wave the Hero for that. So, Sorry Song is either Wave the Hero for Nocturne, Darunia, or Forest or Forest on Flaxus in general. Should be fun to figure out what as we find out Kokiri's Wave the Hero. Thank you for telling us that bomb bags Wave the Hero game.
Yeah.
Only thing we got there, I guess we know the other bombs are bomb locked. Really doesn't tell us much else.
Right. Welcome in, SpeedGaming Portuguese.
Hola.
Party of 62.
Welcome in. Yeah, okay, our Wave the Heroes range from bad to concerning to they suck, as we get some sticks off Link the Goron. Sorry Song might be of use, it depends on where Minuet's gone off to. Nocturne in the bomb bag, not really.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at our layout, Lullaby could be in the windmill, we haven't seen that yet. Or it could be on Prelude.
Yeah, Prelude would kinda suck with Forest Down Forest. Ice Cavern is way up the hero. That's actually a good hint. Terrible spot for it, but a good hint.
That's probably the best hint we've gotten so far, because this is a seed where you're wondering, when do I go to ice? And we know where 2 of our bottles are. We don't want to do those. Mr. Mario
really
bombs.
don't want to do them.
People's hero.
Why not? He's got the money. He does not have the health, but he should be able to get some here. And some more money.
I think my absolute favorite thing I've ever watched someone do was actually buy a recovery heart. In a race.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Well, exactly. I'm like, oh, they're actually people too.
What is that item on the volcano? I have no idea. Pyro cannot get the song without that hookshot that Pyro picked up.
Oh, that's right. We have a hookshot. Zeo could be in Crater.
It could be.
Yeah, hopefully Mr. Mario takes another look. Wait.
Oh, Mario's going for the Hot Push, which is a neat, nifty little, relatively recently discovered strat that lets you bypass the hookshot or hovers requirement or Bolero requirement to get here, but it's a little tricky to set up. That's a big chest. And BGS. Well,
we like that.
Sure. And there's the other copy of What Ice Wave Hero.
Much more convenient.
Good. Yeah, because Metagoron's not the greatest spot ever for that hint.
And cue the buffering.
Wave the Hero question from chat means that there is an item in that location logically required to be the seed. That did not work.
No.
Windmill Song is Sun Song.
Ooh, Sun Song.
Thanks.
Alright. Well, hopefully Mr. Mario gets this pot push here so we can find out if we have to do Vanilla Forest, Medallion Forest.
It could be at the seal, could be at the Colossus, so you find the items to get there.
Oh, we're missing so many.
We're missing stuff for Stone Forest too, mind. Or not, yeah, not Stone Forest, Unrequired Forest.
Yeah, just a strength though.
Yeah.
We do have a hook shot on Pirate's side, by the way.
Yeah, it would make sense though, as Mario is... Ooh, nice.
Nice.
And picks up for his troubles Minuet. That tells us a lot.
Yeah, Saria's is not for forest access or Sacred Forest Meadow.
Not. Boomerang for...
Dance Dad.
Boomerang for Dancing Dad, apparently, because with the hookshot available, we don't need the boomerang for 20 skulls for that bottle.
Yep.
And not we might not need either for that bottle for that matter, but we definitely don't need it now with the hookshot. It's either Dancing Dad or Light Medallion Jabu, correct?
Yeah, I don't
Those
want to
are the
think
only-
about that yet, VXR. I would much rather think about Darunia having a required item.
Speaking of buying recovery hearts, Mario just did exactly that.
Yeah, let's go!
And Sunsoft Grave was completely dead for fire.
Thanks, game.
Thanks.
Mm,
Loopy in the crate.
yep.
Yeah, so to the note of Wave Hero, logically required to beat the game. If you took it out of the seed, the logic, the code that ensures that the game is always beatable, would think that the game becomes would think the game is impossible without that item. So Sorry Song has a specific set of uses in these settings. There is moving Meadow to access Sacred Forest Meadow as adult, but this can be bypassed with Minuet, which we just found, so that's not it. It could be for the frogs too. What is that hint Mario
that
just
say-
read?
Is there a
Bolero
Desert
is
Colossus
somewhere.
one? Because it said Bolero.
There is not a Colossus one.
Oh, Royal Tomb.
Ah, that makes sense. I was like, it's
Thanks,
either
VXR.
because it's either Composer Grave or that. Ooh, all of them have the DC. But Sorry Song unlocks the frogs. Ocarina Memory minigame, which requires all 6 non-warp songs, including Saria songs. That's one. There's Moving Mita, which we know isn't it because we have Minuet now. And then there's Skull Kid and Darunia. Skull Kid gave us a boomerang, and like Jabu's not required under these win conditions, and a seed, so we're in for some fun. Ah, there's the other 20 hint.
Yep.
Our hints smell.
Ice having either Epona or Song of Time is very interesting because it tells us a lot about how we are able to get, first off, to like GTG, but also over to Desert Colossus to pick up the other song. Ooh,
Yep,
Ice Arrows.
Ice arrows.
No. So Pyra must have skipped Bombchu Bowling, unfortunately, buying a regular shield, which does have some extra uses, just not so much in standard settings.
Yeah, there's quite a variety of glitches that are require a shield. Because the Ocarina of Time is a very well-coded video game.
Yeah, so if Lullaby is out at Colossus rather than on Prelude, it tells us our long shot has to be available because Epona's is locked by that.
And ZL is either Colossus or Prelude, I think? Yeah.
Yes.
50-50, the other 2 missing songs being Epona Song also would be good to get, and that does play to Colossus access logic, or Song of Time, which is relatively not helpful, but you never know.
Yeah, my thing is, if it is Song of Time and Ice, and that is the way of the hero out there, we have a hint that Toilet is a key. Toilet being the swirling room with the silver rupees that you pick up in GTG. And knowing that that's a small key, if there's something in the center, do we need ice?
That gets into some more logical fun. Because logic is the randomizer's inbuilt coding to ensure that you cannot possibly get yourself locked out of the seed as long as you don't do any glitches. There are ways of breaking the game permanently if you play on glitchless logic and then flip out of bounds in Shadow Temple, for instance, and get unlucky with key usage, but in glitchless logic seeds, the randomizer will make sure you can always beat it without using glitches. It might not be obvious as to how you're supposed to do it, but it will always be doable. And that
Neither
includes
of
key
our
logic.
runners on Restream did that tonight, Top File.
Yeah,
We're safe on Restream.
they did not delete their boss key.
Oh, that was so heartbreaking.
That was. Because OT being a well-coded game, if you save code on the first frame of a cutscene save code or play a warp song on the first frame of a cutscene that gives you an item, such as a Gan's Castle boss key or the song on Prelude, you can delete the item from the game permanently. We obviously do not recommend doing this. Some issues recently. Please don't.
Yeah, Mr. Mario showing off another little nice tech in Dodongo's Cavern here, getting a double refill from a bomb drop pot.
Yep, because the bomb drop has a longer draw distance than the pot does, so you can despawn the pot but still leave the refill there. So you get a double refill. Did you mention this game is well coded, Milkweed? As if that's a funny strength upgrade.
Useless forest intensifies.
We do have it is accessible. It doesn't have to be Way of the Hero in the slightest, but it is accessible.
Yep. Yeah, it's not actually accessible for Mr. Mario yet because that hookshot is in bottom of the well, and he has not been there. But for Pyra,
it's an option.
It's something for sure.
That's how nothing I guess I want to do, but in general, their options are kind of at the moment. To be fair,
their options are bad. I feel very comfortable just calling it straight up bad.
They've got forest. They've got a handful of random overworld checks.
Forest, lake, night.
Did I mention overworld checks as we find later in South King Dodongo?
Dang. Oh, yeah, we've got river.
More overworld checks, yeah. Loads of overworld cleanup, well for Maru, and non-required forest, with a 50-50 chance of ZL.
Yeah.
Those options suck.
Yeah, I don't like those options. Yeah, I don't know. If
Pyro might honestly go for that, knowing that it could be a ZL on forest, and just for sheer density, really, considering how spread out everything else left is, since he's already gone well. I'm not sure where Mario's gonna go, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I would say the only, compelling thing is you have a hookshot, you go back child, you set your scarecrow, and you do your lake and valley
It's free scarecrow.
Oh, that's right, it's free scarecrow. Well, even so you have Serenade. Go lake.
It's probably one of the better options, because they only have... Their warp songs are not ideal, and they don't have Epona, so... Because that's one of our 3 missing songs, so... Hiking is going to be required for those overworld checks, no matter what they do.
Yeah, and Pyro could save some time here. You get dropped at the bottom of Death Mountain Trail, but he hasn't done any of Goron City or Crater yet. So it's
I expect he'll do that on the way to Forest Temple and hoping to find something that sends him to not Forest.
Yeah, and I mean, my point is he's gonna pick up Minuet, which gets you Nocturne. That's still a lot of movement.
It is. I'll take it as a compliment. Thanks, Miss Metroid.
Yeah, I'm like, sure?
So it comes to these ladies. Ah, thanks. It is nice to have a lady stream. Mostly. One of our trackers, Maraba, is also she, her. Chuckles, our other is, well, he, him.
Chuckles is he, him, but honorary lady for the night. Because I know you won't have a problem with that comment.
Which reminds me, shoutouts to our restream team, to Milkweed, to Mara, and to Chuckles, as well as to our 2 runners here, Mario and Pyra. Unfortunately, Shadok did have to drop. The internet decided to quit tonight.
I don't know. What about C++?
Good question. As we find out, Bird and Keck is still dead. Thanks! Yep. And then slides for Pyro.
It's okay, dog. You're an A++ calm.
Sun's not great for Mario. Pirates can just head straight up the mountain. Fair enough. Or at least get the skull before heading into Kakarot up the mountain.
Yeah, the really nice thing for Pyra, having that hookshot means you get to 10 skulls easy, real fast.
Oh yeah.
Whichever tracker is watching Pyra, I think the tracker ate the hookshot input.
Gosh dang it. Tracker hungry again. Where's Pyra going?
You know, I'm not sure. Oh, skulls maybe? There's a skull in here.
The most sense.
It's free Scarecrow.
It is. It's just a bit of a where is it going? Yeah, tracker misbehaving as usual. Not our human trackers. The tracker program does like to eat inputs. Like the Cookie Monster likes to eat cookies.
Don't die. Don't die.
Please don't die. There we go.
This skull isn't worth it.
Is that 5 skulls for him?
Run away!
So this will be 6 for Pyra, who I guess really wants 10 skulls?
Yeah, I mean,
maybe thinking about that. Bottle on 20, so if with the Ice Wave the hero, so he still doesn't have a way to get there.
Oh.
And I think that might be intentional death
It
warp.
was intentional. Yeah, I mean, you think about it, you can get another one up in Goron City. You've got Sunsong, you can get 2 in Trail here.
Yep, with that hookshot and a little bit of nifty hookshot extension shenanigans. Hookshot was in the bottom of the well. Pyra, they spawned in Hyrule from Zora's domain as child to start the seed, so Pyra went well immediately without bombs or ZL, found the bomb lock check there and that ZL was useless, and then went right back once he found bombs. But Mario has not done that yet, though that's probably where he's going next since he's going child right now, and we'll find more info there.
Yeah, and, you know, like, Night Market, we talked about Lake. There's just kind of a slew of random overworld checks that you wanna take care of.
Pretty much. Or finding out where ZL isn't. No, he knew that already, but I guess finding out where Epona's isn't. With that hint.
Womp womp.
And it was a theme for Goron City music.
Yeah, we do not have a single foolish hint yet, which is very worrying.
It is. We might find one here in Castle for Mario, which I expect he will go for with the current hint set. They're way in Hero Sock. They are hoping their foolishes are a bit better.
Yeah. I would just want to find a foolish. Oh, no.
That's not helpful. Another copy of the Composer Grave hint. Yay! Thanks!
Yeah.
Alright, Night Market for Mario, there's the stick upgrade for Pyra, and... Well, I guess if they ever need to take that potentially Way of the Hero boomerang to Light Medallion Jabu, that stick will upgrade will be nice.
God, I hate this.
You sound so enthusiastic about this.
I am so enthusiastic about this. I got what I wanted in that, like, it's not an AD for Burning Cack song seed today, but the shenanigans just kind of were like, it was lulling me into a sense of security, and it's false. It's a liar.
There's Minuet for Pyra, who is probably not thrilled about that.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of hope for it to be Minuet to be Sarizlak somehow, just so it's obvious what that Sari's is Way of the Hero for, potentially, but nope.
Well, yeah, you get to that moment and you do exactly what we were doing, like, it's not Boomerang. Pyra still thinks it's magic. We know that's not true.
Nope, other magic is on Hyrule Field Open Grotto, which he'll find sooner or later, but it's gotta be in the back of his mind that there could be the other magic just out there in the sea.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... Like, just... randomizer does things.
Yep. Randomizer
Cutting this
be
very close on this
bad.
timer should be fine. Yep, but cutting it close. Alright, well for the Mario, that'll be good, and Water Temple is
Oh,
foolish.
Water Temple.
Gee, thanks, a required dungeon is foolish. Great!
Thanks, game. We like that.
It's not a useless in, but this is gonna be, yep, Pyro's off the Forest Temple.
Okay.
Makes sense at this point.
Yeah, that's a little more aggressive than I kind of thought Pyro was going to go with it, but again, it's really easy skulls. We'll definitely wrap up 10, and maybe that's the goal.
It's not like he has a lot of good options either, with the current everything. Like, he could go hiking to South Hyrule for the grottos, valley, and lake. He could go river without a way to get into way of the Hero Ice. Or he can just do, you know, this.
What we got? The other wallet.
Thanks.
Interesting. So, we did find 2 wallets now. We have
Pyro
a
does
Zora
know where the
tunic.
other is, so he does know it's not that. He does know, he has his Zora tunic and he knows where the other wallet is, so that's some info for Pyra. Pyra at least should have seen it walled on top of DC and decided he didn't want it.
And hear me out. Paradox letter.
Oh, it could happen, because that's not on 10 skulls.
20 is our required first bottle.
I would die of laughter, that is it. Because ordinarily, well, 2-1 freeze King Zora, you don't need to move him. What you need is blue fire to unfreeze him. Now the question becomes, where do you get that blue fire? It's a bit dependent on settings. You can get it from Ice Cavern, obviously. You can get it from Master Quest GTG. You can get it from Water Trial, as we find a pair of hover boots.
Right.
Okay.
Forest not useless. At least this first part is required regardless.
Yeah. Forest hovers can actually be logically required in Forest if the key layout's bad, so that's actually nice, as Mario gets a hookshot. But sources of blue fire, Ice Cavern, Water Trial, Master Quest GTG, and buying it in the shop. So, which requires 2 wallets, and about that.
Disclaimer, this is not Master Quest. Just to avoid any confusion.
Yep, it is an option for settings, but this does confirm that you had to at least do those salvos here in Forest for hover boots, because you need those for Shadow. For anyone in chat who's relatively new to OTR, no, a blue fire in a bottle does not count as a source of blue fire because you can dump it out anywhere you want, and if that was your only source, you'd be permanently locked out of the game if you used it wrong. Something that we don't like to do. So we don't. The only bottle contents that are in fact considered in logic are Riddle's Letter and Big Foes, because you cannot waste them, you must turn them in to the appropriate person.
Yeah.
Anything else is not included.
Calm down.
Oh my goodness, here's a 3rd big test in here. That's a required item. Maybe?
No?
Or maybe not actually, no, Spirit's Water Medallion.
Spirit's Water Medallion, so GTG intensifies.
Yes, it does.
Gross.
So don't forget our discussion earlier of GTG, Song of Time, and, you know, our Ice Cavern Way of the Hero, as Pyro decides he's out of here. Fair enough.
It's amazing. Yeah. Pyra...
That's also not Strength Lock, which is information for later, potentially.
Yep. Yeah, and it could very well be... Mr. Mario appears to be going back adult. He could very well find that strength and choose to finish Forest, which would be great for us because it gives us more information. Only time would tell if it's a good move for Mr. Mario. I don't know. See, I would have a tough time leaving a Forest that stacked.
On the other hand, it was that stacked. The back half's going to be a lot of keys.
That's true.
And so the remaining items will largely be pretty buried.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
song.
it is, to be fair, they do have vignettes,
It's
so it's going to be a quick
long.
trip back.
It's a
It is
long,
a quick trip
terrible
back.
dungeon.
Pyro's going for 10 skulls here, if anyone's wondering where he's going. I'm gonna pick up the House of Twin Skull. And Mario's gonna find out all these things in Forest.
Yep. Oh, no. Pyro's going straight for 20.
They really want that bottle for Ice Cavern.
I mean,
Adult Lake's gonna be fun here.
I am sure what happened here, if I'm gonna try and read Pyra's mind, got the hover boot says I can get in my way of the hero Ice Cavern.
Actually, that makes sense. I forgot that thing. Forest is way of the hero. Gee,
no.
Thanks.
What? No way. Why are you lying to us, game?
Guaranteed for hover boots, possibly for strikes too, maybe for that wallet.
I mean, Chuckles, logically you need ZL to get into ice, but we just picked up hover boots. Oh,
And that's
nice
a good
hint
hit.
there.
Valley is foolish.
Yeah, worth the hike. I mean, yeah, I didn't talk about Shadow at all. I am just guessing what Pyro was thinking, bailing out a forest. Why are you giving me such a hard time, Chuckles?
Alright, and here's Adult Fishing for Pyra. No Shoot the Sun check yet, so we will not find out what that is for a while. Can't get it anyway, but it is something. It can be nice to know. Do I need to keep this in mind that there is an X item on here? Because we did get a pair of iron boots on that earlier in Quals.
Ew. That was so mean, too.
It was a really stupid spot for iron boots.
So, for anyone who is not familiar, we keep talking about logic. Well, Water Temple has this cute little quirk.
Oh, that's a Goron tunic.
Wallets!
There was a wallet in Wave the Hero Forest Temple.
Yeah, I know! So, Water Temple, you can get into Water Temple in Logic with a gold scale. But to do any single check in that dungeon, you are expected to have the iron boots.
At least in these settings, because Ocarina of Time Randomizer has a lot of settings that can do a lot of different things. That can shuffle a lot of different checks, including all of these grubs, all of the pots, all of the freestanding hearts and rupees, and a variety of other stuff besides. And you can also change the logic up too. But yes, getting in the door of Water Temples in Logic with Gold Scale and Base Logic, whether or not you can do anything else in there depends on your settings, as Pyra gets the shield. Why not, I guess. And let's see what this ending is. Dead hand again. Thanks. So, we're missing one duel, we're missing one foolish, and that's a really goofy. Wave the hero list is both really obvious and kind of concerning at the same time.
Yeah, so Pyra, I think, is on record being team buy a shield and don't equip it, in a fairly sarcastic way, but seems to be living up to that.
Mario, by the way, is continuing in Forest Temple here, which we'll see what it has. That's a big chest.
What is it? Okay, yep. Clearly plans to continue pulling these blocks, not just finishing up Courtyard.
Yep.
And Pyra gonna get the unfortunate news about Saria's song.
Yep. And a reminder that 20 skulls is a bottle. That's a useless prescription. Thanks.
Yep. Yes. That is the other reason we might need to unfreeze King Zora. But we already know it's dead.
Yep. Forest Temple has a load of stuff. One hard required, the rest ranging from definitely useless to Ooh.
Yeah, I think we have to start seeing all keys here now.
Pretty much, because I saw so many items at the start. To note as well, as far as Wave the Hero hints, they each individually only point towards one item. Essentially, when generating the seed, the randomizer will generate a list of Wave the Hero items. It checks every single major item in the game and sees if I remove this, is the game unbeatable, and if so, it adds it to a list of Wave the Heroes. And then the Wave the Hero list basically picks randomly. The Wave the Hero hints, basically, with some restrictions depending on hint distribution, will pick randomly off it. So in this case, as I think Pyro's going back to Forest having found basically nothing. I was hoping Out of Lake would be a bit better, but it isn't, so back in he goes. Not much of a time loss, really, to be fair, so... Fair enough.
I'm just really surprised. I thought the goal was just, like, get into ice, but... I think Pyro's rethinking that. Like, that... Forest is Way of the Hero... Maybe.
Yeah, because... And also perhaps remembering, oh wait, there's a song behind this.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Wave the Hero hints will pick randomly off the list of Wave the Hero items. So even though each Wave the Hero hint will only point towards one specific item, the more items on the list of Wave the Heroes that are in the same region, the higher the chances of it being picked. 2 out of 10 is bigger. Is like 2 out of 10 is higher than 3 is a higher chance than 1 out of 9 or whatever have you. So Forest being picked does increase the chance that there is more than one item here. No guarantee, but there could be more than one. Note as well that there are 2 copies of each hint in these settings, so you would have to see 3 copies of the Way of the Hero to guarantee that there are 2 separately hinted Way of the Hero items in a region. Doesn't much matter here. I should also note that dungeons are always separate from their overworld areas. Whatever is here in Forest Temple does not count towards Sacred Forest Nether. Those are distinct regions, which makes that Nocturne all the more obvious for that Way of the Hero. Because the game's being a little bit too obvious in a few of these. Mario a little bit ahead of Pyro and Forest, but fairly net zero checks-wise, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think they both have a little extra overworld done over each other, so, like, Mario's probably a minute ahead. Oh, is that an actual item?
Nope, small key, I think. Or I'm wrong. Okay, loopy.
$5.
Yeah, Mario's maybe like a minute ahead for us, minute or 2. It's like, he's done bowling, he's...
Yeah, that bowling could
done
be
10
big.
skulls, I guess.
If Spirit is in fact gonna find a way today, that mirror shield could be big.
Yeah, still requires them to find a way to get there first, though.
Chat, Pyra equips the shield.
There we go. And Pyro's got, Adult Lake, including the Back Lake hints. Back Lake hints telling him Valley is foolish, which is good, and Forest is Way of the Hero, which is not helpful.
Yep. Yeah, not new information.
Considering he just left there, but
yeah. But I do think it's why he's back.
Probably, just maybe reminding him, maybe I should stick around.
Because if Epona's, for example,
is here, that's
a lot. That's a lot of information.
And if ZL is here, well, you're happy.
Yep.
Either way, and considering that they also present, don't forget that boomerang!
Oh, I hate it.
And don't forget Daruni as well, which is ZL locked because their spawn is not in Darunia's room or on the other side of the crater entrance, and you do need a physical way to get in there to do that check. As well, sorry, it's time to cheer Darunia up.
Hey, Ara, thank you.
Also, haha, merci. another member of our Quebecois community. She will, in fact, be part of our sizable Quebecois contingent in Virginia come October. At a fair few, I know Aiso Epic, Fernasio, Barbu, Aha, and Just Sam, as well as what hells will be there from Quebec.
Nice.
Along with many others. Looking forward to it. Vanilla Forest Boss Key to go with a Vanilla Forest Medallion. Thanks, game.
Yeah, if we hadn't found hovers in here, I'd be like, is this all vanilla? That's not true at all. There was a big chest right in the front.
We did actually see a vanilla bow and another qual seed. Shenanigans involving pack flipping on the ceiling, because why not, for Mario, who did not get squashed, which is a risk you take when you do that. Getting squashed is not an instant death, thankfully, it just points you out back to the start of the room.
Yay!
And forest is forest. Long, linear, same thing every time.
Yeah,
and as
especially
expected,
now.
the back half is full of keys. So we're just twiddling our thumbs waiting for them to finish it.
Yep. Two checks left. They will be items because we have that boss key. So we'll just have to see if there's anything interesting in the basement or on Phantom Ganon.
Yep. And then based on that, we'll see where they go next.
Oh, you're definitely just playing Prelude, right?
Well, yes, you check Prelude and see what you go from there.
Chuckles complaining about the time.
It is in fact 1:15 in the morning for Chuckles. Thank you for tracking its stupid clock.
Signing up like 10 minutes before.
I made a mistake. Well, you did sign yourself up for it, but in any case, happy 1 hour, everyone, and give everyone a follow.
Woo! Happy 1 hour. Thanks for joining us here today. I'll watch these two runners battle it out for a qualifying spot for the online SpeedGaming Live Ocarina of Time Randomizer 2022. Woo!
Yep. I think this might... I do not have the call standings up right now, but no one has completed 5 qualifiers yet, so everyone does still have a chance to get points from each qual they do.
Nice. I think this must
there are
be
12 quals in
5
total.
for a couple of them tonight.
I think there is a few. Yeah, I know Pyro's done multiple. I think this might be Mario's first. I know he's been out with COVID lately, so he evidently feels well enough to race, which is good. Spoiler, Chuckles is not in first place. Yes, lol. I think it's currently Gavaroni who's in first, but I might be wrong.
Ooh, Gav. Thought maybe Exo might have taken over.
I think Exo's still only on 2 races, which is both really, really good, but still only 2.
Oh,
ooh, big chest again! There's our letter!
The dream is dead.
On the other hand, you know that boomerang?
Remember that Way of the Hero Forest and that Way of the Hero Sarias that got us a Way of the Hero potential boomerang?
Yeah, that exists. We have a minimum double Way of the Hero Forest though, because Rito's letter is logically required to get into that Way of the Hero Ice Cavern.
Yep.
And
disgusting.
It is also their only bottle, so they'll probably want to go child turn that in and probably do Jabu at this rate.
Yeah, I think you do Jabu in this case.
Well, maybe do Darunia first just to verify whether Asarius is for if ZL is on Prelude, which we don't know.
Yeah.
If ZL's not on Prelude, I think you're heading for Jabu.
Yep. Yeah, especially since you're going to be child anyway, you might as well.
Yeah, because they do not have a second bottle. 20 skulls is probably too much of a pain versus checking Boomerang, Wave the Hero, and turning in letter.
Mm-hmm.
I
think Pyro's pretty close to 20.
Hey, SpeedGaming 2 rating with a party of 80. Welcome into our raiders. Hope you're all doing well. We have ourselves an Ocarina of Time Randomizer SpeedGaming Live 2022 online tournament qualifier number 7 here. to finish off Forest Temple for Mario with Pyro close behind, and we're in for fun. This
We think we have a required Jabu Jabu.
Flight Medallion, unrequired job with that.
Yeah, unrequired, but required.
Because the game did it again. Heart
Yeah, we're kind
container
of
is
running
vanilla.
out. Probably got our dins.
Yeah, here's another thought I had about what we could take a look at, Mel.
I am not sure.
Fire Temple.
No. I mean, I thought it when Pyro was there, but we don't have a hammer. I mean, it's nice to find out if you're hammer locked or not
Oh,
out
I
of the
didn't say
dungeon,
it was a good option, I just said it was an option.
but it's an option. All right, what song we getting?
There's
our lullaby.
As expected. Thanks!
Gross.
Lovely.
I mean,
So-
at least the seed had the decency to put so many items in Forest that you didn't do it just for the song.
Oh yeah. Still a bit of a feels bad. Alright. Mario, I was gonna okay, taking a real think about where he wants to go first. Does decide to save it. Interesting. Because I was expecting him to play Minuet to go check the Runia before rushing Jabu, but I guess you are turning in that letter either way. So you just
Olive River, too. I don't think either of them has gone here yet.
You haven't, and there's multiple hints here. Mario's still missing multiple hints. He's still missing the way of the hero and two foolishes. So this is a good play from him.
Mm-hmm.
I do personally want to see the Rooney just to verify what this Sarius is for, but we're not seeing that yet.
Yep.
So in this randomizer, typically seeds will run between 2 to 3 hours for top runners like these guys, especially Mario. Pyro's a little bit more newer to the randomizer, still very good. Generally between 2 and 3 hours, so we're in the early to mid game currently. We've got a decent number of items, we've got some progression dungeons to do, but we're still missing a bunch of stuff to beat the game. We've run out of the early, quick, rush of checks, and we're just kind of in the let's try and do progression and fight our stuff mode, basically. As you find a Bloopy off Frogs 1. Goal of this randomizer is to get to Ganon and beat him, ultimately. Getting there requires picking up light arrows, a bow, and magic as Mario loses that chicken. Ouch.
Dang. That's fine. Just let the river take you. Pick up some cash.
Do that, please, Mario. Not. He is just going to skip the grottos for now. That works. Or he's gonna head down this way, that works too. I was like, I'm probably gonna grab us here, just... but yeah, so, to get to Ganon, you need to open the Rainbow Bridge and get the Canvas Castle boss key. This will depend on the randomizer settings. In the settings for this tournament, we have it set so the 3 spiritual stones open the Rainbow Bridge, which are on the Dongo's Cavern, Water Temple, and Shadow Temple today. And then, to get the Ganon's Castle boss key, you will need the Shadow and Spirit Medallions to trigger the Light Arrow cutscene, which is behind the Shadow Medallion they started with and the Spirit Medallion off Deku Tree. There is also the potential of having any trials on in Ganon's Castle. We don't have them in these settings, they may be on in others. As the randomizer offers options. Lots and lots of options out there if you want to customize your game. And Pyro's gonna find Zeal now.
Where are we going, Pyra?
Oh. Ooh, big chest! And Forest is there's the other way over here for Forest.
That's much nicer than back of Lake.
Yes.
Yes.
Not
Deku
that Mario
sticks.
needs it, considering how much was there.
Yeah. Deku sticks and Deku nuts especially, like, just OP.
Oh yeah. I just randomly hit my elbow on my desk. Ouch.
Ooh, I hate that. I hate when that happens.
But yes, Deku sticks do Master Sword damage in OT because that's how they devs decoded it originally. Is that a
Hey, another
slingshot?
slingshot. Alright, Pyra making the same decision here. Just save quitting. Makes sense. Their child spawn is close enough that it feels like a no-brainer.
Yep. With them deciding they'll just go straight into Jabu and go do Jironia afterwards.
Yeah, gross.
I could see it either way, but you do. I think a lot of what's swaying this is that you need to turn in that letter anyway for Way of the Hero Ice, so
Yeah, you need the bottle.
you're not going Cunty Skulls for that bottle, no.
Right. It's more checks. You don't have to jump over the king.
No. It makes sense here. Though I do expect them to do Doridia anyway, because they'll probably, I'll maybe do Doridia and do Child Guanzi, kind of depending on things. Oh wait, Child Spirit's dead.
Spaces. Oh, nice.
That's sort of terrible news in that, we might need to go to Spirit without Requiem.
I mean, we're only looking for items for water and shadow. So...
But unfortunately, they're water and shadow.
Yeah. So let's list off what we're looking for. Another hook shot, our iron boots, our dins. I think that's it.
I think that's about it, yeah. Irons, Longshot, and Dins.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, either of the songs that could be in Ice Cavern...
Could be it.
If it ends up being the song, like, both of them still just scream GTG to me. It could also be Water Boss Key is hanging out in the river, locked behind Song of Time.
Yeah,
and then we get
we're
mad.
not getting that hint today.
Nope. We're just missing one Foolish.
We are missing one Foolish. Decent chance they get it in Fountain here. Certainly ask questions if you want. I hope Pyro doesn't lose his chicken here, though it would super matter since he does have ZL.
Yeah.
And is just gonna play ZL, fair enough.
So yeah, we are unlikely to see Deku Nuts used on Ganon in the final battle. We did pick up Big Goron Sword. The other alternative is
that is a hammer.
That hammer.
Which they
I was just gonna mention.
Hey, game reading your mind. Thanks,
game.
You know, I was talking about fire a few minutes ago?
Yeah, now fire intensifies. Now fire is bad.
Yeah, checks they don't want to do.
Yeah, I mean...
why they don't want to do it, since the Forest, Fire, Water, and Light medallions are not required, as we find out Gerudo Fortress is foolish, the Forest, Fire, Water, and Light medallions are not required for the Ganon's Castle Rainbow Bridge or for the Ganon's Castle Boss Key. They'd rather avoid those places if they can. Unfortunately, Forest Temple was very much required for everything, apparently, today. And this Light Medallion Jabu is got a potential boomerang Way of the Hero, so here they are.
Yep. And yeah, so on the Nintendo Freak, generally speaking, you will see the final fight go the exact same way. Runners will equip their light arrows with a bow, an empty bottle, and if they're prone to falling off the tower, like I am, a hook shot will stay out. They will store the Big Goron Sword damage if they have it, which our runners today do, and then crouch stab after stunning Ganondorf with the lights. And then once you reach the Ganon fight, they'll just store the Master Sword damage and do crouch stabs with whatever item they have. In this case, like I said, Big Goron Sword or hammer they can do. Otherwise, they'll use Deku Nuts if they have them.
Because for some reason, Deku Nuts are incredibly overpowered against Ganon.
Yeah.
They do,
like
so
9?
They do the same damage as everything else, but everything but the Master Sword does 1 damage to Ganon.
Yeah.
Venusaur does too. However, the perk of Deku Nuts is that they have a ridiculous hitbox.
Mm-hmm.
Which is a whole lot friendlier than trying to hit him with the point of a hook shot or with a bow or, good forbid, bombs.
Oh,
Because
gosh.
those work too. They suck, but they do work.
Right. And Fortress was our final Foolish.
Yep, which is actually of some use.
Yeah, that's information.
Yep. Pyro can head straight into Jabu here. We'll see what's here, because this Boomerang is our potential wave to hero behind Saria's song. It's this or Darunia. And this is the only thing behind Boomerang, since we have a slingshot. Or
Yeah.
three.
Imagine Jabu is just bait.
That would be spectacular bait. I
Total
think a lot of
bait.
people... It's hard not to go for Jabu in this seed with where the letter and bottles are at.
Yeah,
And
and
where
I mean,
ZL is, for that matter, but
yeah,
we'll see.
your Boomerang being behind your Way of the Hero song, finding your letter, which you know that you need to get into Way of the Hero Ice Cavern, but it's your only bottle. You got it. You're gonna turn that in rather than collecting skulls, and it's so tempting.
It really is.
Hello, welcome in.
Welcome in. Yeah, I'm a little surprised neither of these do Darunia. I think so much of it is that Ice Wave the hero. If it weren't for that Ice Wave the hero, I think he'd go do Darunia before this, but as it were, I think they'll both do Darunia after this, especially if Jabu's useless, you know there has to be something on Darunia.
Yeah.
If there's something in Jabu, I think you still do Darunia because it's just a check to do. And...
Of
that
course.
is not way of
That
the hero.
was beautiful, though. So we have a few meme items that do nothing that are still in big chests, one of them being the Stone of Agony, which in the vanilla game you need to find the hidden grottos.
It still does that in Rando, we just have a trick turned on so you don't need to find said hidden grottos, because after you play the game often enough, you remember where these things are.
Yep.
And no one wants to find the gosh dang paper wave somewhere just to put hidden grottos in logic.
Yeah. You know, I think we should implement just one ice trap. We don't have ice traps turned on, unfortunately. Just one, sprinkled in somewhere. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. Just
turn the trick
off. Drew, please.
Pyro low on nuts, otherwise I think he would have used nuts in that room there, because as we saw with on Mario's side, those hitboxes are ridiculous for bubbles. Sure, you can use your slingshot or boomerang on the bubbles and spend 2 minutes doing that, or you can just throw a few nuts and be done.
Yeah. I mean, Pyra has 5, so either just didn't think about it or doesn't know that there are refills.
Probably wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, might be saving it for this room where it does substantially help the process of chasing the stingers down.
Yeah. My favorite strategy for this room is I just throw the bombs at them before they rise up, and then they just die, and I don't have to deal with it.
Yep, nice and fast, Big Octo. If you just sneak around back and hit him from behind, it's an instantly quick fight. I suck at this one, but Mario has no problems, and it substantially beats chasing the guy around the room several times.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that sucks and is really quite annoying.
Mr. Mario picking up those Deku nuts. I think the worst part about Big Octo is that it's just RNG whether or not it turns around when you run into it right away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Mario!
Oh, these things not cooperating.
Are you okay if I step away for a moment? I need to refill my water.
Sure.
Thank you. Sorry.
No worries. Not like there's a whole lot going on right now. Yeah, Big Octo can be a tricky fight. We're gonna see a fun little trick here for Mario, where normally you're supposed to carry a box over here, but there is a frame-perfect trick to skip it. Where you roll into the door and hit A on just the right frame, which Mario did not do. This trick only saves time on the first try. After that, I think it loses like 5 seconds each time or something like that. But, no big deal. You see another nifty little trick here to hit the switch without climbing all the way up, which Mario does get. Very nice. This one is a substantially larger time sink if you don't get it. And time for Baronade, for Mario as Pyro arrives on Big Octo. So far, this boomerang has not paid off at all. It's the Midnight Medallion Jabu. We'll see if Baronade does anything, otherwise it's time for Darunia. And I'm a little concerned at this point about what this is. Either Baronoid or Darunia has something required, and I'm curious as to what that is. Baronoid's also just not cooperating for Mario. Did not get the quick hit off with the boomerang, so has to wait for get lucky with the throwing the rang here, and does get it nice. In case anyone's wondering, rolling into Baronade makes him pop up out of the ground faster, which is why Mario was doing it. And it's down. Let's see if the way of the hero is here. Because if not, it's time for Dancing Dad. And our answer is... That's a lens!
Treasure chest game, anyone?
Did we mention that Adult Spirit is available without Requiem today, without for keys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if a bonus song is in the Ice Cavern way of the hero, we're in for fun.
Yeah. I mean, if... It could also just be, again, for both of the songs, because I am jaded and suspicious, because that's what this game does to you.
Oh yes, alright. Hint here for Mario and the Fountain Fairy. Thank you for the reminder that Child Spirit does not have anything you want, not even a key. Not really helping the fact he just found lands behind that boomerang.
Gross.
Unseed.
The, worst part about finding that lens is...
that's a pair of iron boots off the Fountain Fairy. That's required,
That's
just
nice.
not of any use since water's foolish.
But it's nice. Means you can
It
full
is
clear
nice.
your fountain when you come back to do ice. Very
There is
nice
that.
First two phases there.
Yeah, it could be the chess minigame for the lens. In these settings, we have the tricks turned on so that the lens is only logically required for crossing the wasteland and for the lens minigame. The latter of which is not a trick because no one really expects you to do the 1 in 32 chance of getting it blind. This'll be Darunia for Mario now. I expect Pyro will probably do the same. And... I'm probably not thrilled about that lens. Your timing was impeccable getting back as that showed up, by the way.
Yeah, so the worst part about that lens is if it's not treasure chest game and it is just for logical crossing of the wasteland, all of that was kind of a waste of time.
Because these guys can do it without.
Yep, because they know how to cross without that.
Alright, here we get our a final answer and what we get a more serious answer confirmation of if it's the lens or potentially this. Because here is a red rupee.
Oh no.
Blah!
Gross. Well, okay. No. It's over.
We're in for fun, everyone.
And thanks, Don. Hope you have a great one too. Thanks
Have a
for
good
joining
night.
us.
This scene just keeps getting more and more interesting. In case anyone's wondering why Mario just let a chew loose, he's hoping to get Hot Rodder.
Yep.
Not sure if he actually did it because we don't have his audio on, but we'll find out in a minute or two.
You know what? Maybe.
Is that a scale off the pot?
Oh, I thought it was just a red rupee, but maybe not. Mario will go get it if it is.
Okay, look. Yeah, it looks like it's red rupee and blue bee. Thanks. So, child, Goron City was... Oops, bug. In my face. That was a bust.
Yeah,
exactly,
yeah.
Tahayal. Well, who says she hopes that we don't get a Burdick seed, and we get instead what's spelling increasingly like an oops all conceit anyway.
I mean, at least Pyra's gonna go do Len's minigame, and we'll find
Mario
out.
will do the same.
Yep.
But if it's not here, we're really in for oops.
Yeah.
Because the spirit's starting to smell a bit.
Yep.
And...
Yeah, get your guesses in chat for Mr. Mario, I guess, because we're too late for Pyra.
yeah, because, the scene is... Because, spirit's starting to smell a bit. We did get that hammer, so... things. Which reminds me, did Pyra not do Zora diving minigame? Or is it just that the tracker ate the hammer input?
Crackles out. I don't think Pyra did domain, but I'm
a little surprised that he did.
I'm not 100% positive on that, but
neither am I, because not having the hammer, probably we don't know yet, and that is that.
No.
So, Wasteland Crossing, everyone.
Gross. So, these runners did not did you job at all.
Nope, not at all.
It's crossing, and that's terrible. Kirby fan apparently won the 1 in 32. GG's.
Nice.
I apologize. I wasn't.
At least for Pyro, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are in for fun as Pyro heads for Darunia.
Pyro skip Bombchu bowling again.
So. It is so hard to not do Jabu. I agree with you, Chuckles. But with how this seed's given you items, it's so hard to skip. If you do, you're a genius brain. But I do think most people end up doing Jabu in this seed to get a lens for Wasteland Crossing. Because thank you, game.
I kind of think it entirely depends on how they routed skulls, honestly. Because if they did, like, Child Nightcack skulls, which Pyra didn't do, he would have been at 20.
If you get 20 faster and use that bottle for ice instead, you can bypass this mess, but otherwise... What you're doing, Jabu, which is and Mario's off to it.
Gonna show us... I mean, at this point, it has to be Epona's, pretty much, or long shot in ice.
We do need a method of getting across the Gerudo Valley Bridge. We don't know what that method is, but it does need to exist.
Yeah. We just know we're not finding a vanilla long shot today.
Checking Pyro's personal stream, the hammer is not on his personal tracker. I really hope that doesn't come back to bite him.
Yeah, Pyro seems to be making just kind of some aggressive plays. Skipping Bombchu bowling. Skipping domain, which... I mean, the likelihood of the hammer actually being required at this point, pretty low, but fire is not foolish.
No, our water is our only foolish dungeon today. And the valley is dead GTG, and so that's the only other valley. And we don't know about Crater Fairies, the other potentially Hammerlock checks. That did not work with Mario. There we go.
Yeah, also that hammer being in domain really makes a better case for like going back and unfreezing King Zora, honestly.
Yeah.
Alright, what you got for us? What's the rest of Fountain? Is that another bomb bag?
I thought that was a bomb refill, but he doesn't want it either way.
Yeah.
And doesn't want icy water sided, whatever that is.
It was something.
Mario with really good eyesight, way better than ours, and way too fast for us.
We should just start lying about that and just be like, the runners can't see anything either. You're just
Clearly for
guessing.
Pyra, I expect he's off to ice as well. There's no reason not. Wallet or bag on the iceberg? Well, we know where all both wallets are, so that's probably a bomb-locked bomb bag.
Yeah, no scales yet.
No.
I like a scale.
Bomb bag, that being bomb lap bag. We know bomb bags leave the hero in Kokiri, but that makes sense because her cookshot was in the well bomb lock, so that's full checks.
Yep. Slide.
Where is Pyra, though?
That's always so satisfying to watch.
When you get right back on the platform?
Yeah.
Also,
I
I
tried
love
to do
this,
that.
I think this is a Zora tunic color from Mario, but I love this shade of blue.
Yeah, it's a very nice blue.
And that is a small chest. Where's Pyra going is the better question.
Big pose?
With what a, I guess, yeah, with a bow and bottle may as well. This is not in logic, but it's a 40% chance of spawning. But if you're here, you might as well try. Though the big foe does not seem to be cooperating, it should be spawning right about at the sign.
Ooh, nice. First try. Oh,
except for it runs away, and he's mad.
Just a little too slow on that second hint, unfortunately.
It
look, more trash. Oh, that is a big chest, though, for Mr. Mario.
And
nice,
twice in a row. 1 in 16 chance of that. No, 1 in 16. Yeah, well, 16% chance. That's what my math is going for. And here is a slingshot!
Always a slingshot. Well, that is not our way of the hero.
Very much not, considering there was another one right next to its vanilla location in the Deku tree. And the seed continues to be funny.
Big Poe, Big Poe. Greg!
The only green rupee in the item pool in these settings.
Love it.
There can be more, and I think Rupee Mania and definitely MQGTG.
Oh, so nice. Mr. Mario showing us some nice glitchless jumps in Ice Cavern. Both runners do have Bomb Bag to do ground jumps with, but oh no!
Keys trolling, but it's fast to do the glitchless jumps, generally.
Yep, but the swag.
I know them.
The swag.
Keys are not cooperating with Mario at all.
Oh. Sad. He was gonna do the backflip up onto that little middle platform, which is also very satisfying to watch, but the keys derailed that.
Yep. But there's the last rupee. And he's gonna just not bother with this glitchless jump, fair enough. It is one of the more annoying ones. I am a little surprised neither of them checked Hyrule Castle Ferry on the way back adult, but I guess it's a bit of a detour and they're rushing up the way of the hero race, so that makes sense. So it's either the song, which is Epona or Song of Time, or the item, maybe both. Whatever song isn't here is at the Colossus, which could be why that lens is Way of the Hero.
Yeah.
It's not the item, so it's a song.
I mean, it's gotta be Epona, right?
You are right. Because, yeah, we had to get some method of getting across the wasteland, and the game can't be nice enough to give us a long shot for it. Why would it be?
Yep. So, the remaining question. Is Spirit going to end up finding a way, or is it just GTG that we're, looking for?
Good question.
Ew! No VXR, why?
Long shot on Twinroma would be spectacular.
Why?
We do know that Longshot must be behind Epona's song, as Pyro confirms that is a bomb bag on the iceberg, because Big Pose is dead. We know that Fortress is foolish, so so Epona's song is not for horseback archery, which means and Frog's 2 bottle is very much not needed at this point, so that and we don't have Cow Sanity on, so that must be a way to hero Epona's for crossing the Gruta Valley Bridge, which tells us that Longshot must be behind it, otherwise we could cross the bridge with Longshot. And King Zora's dead as always. Thanks. And this is probably Mario gonna do big pose on the way there. There's really nowhere else. Well, the game's really telling you to go there, so you might as well do it.
You're right, this game is kind of like Peter Pan. But there are other games that actually have pirates in them. In the Legend of Zelda series, so... Yeah, that's what I think it is, Chuckles. I think this is all just a very convoluted way to get us that Song of Time for Water Boss Key.
It could be, but we also know Longshot is behind this somehow, so you might as well go for it.
Maybe it is a vanilla... a French vanilla Longshot in River Chest.
Water's foolish.
Oh, that's right.
Otherwise, I would agree with you, that's a possibility. And Mario's just going to confirm it's not Big Epona's way to hero for Big Pose. Fair enough. Seed continues to be a seed. Not particularly friendly one at this point. I don't think any of the calls have been truly friendly. I think Qual 3 was half decent, and the rest have just sucked.
It'll be nice, and Longshot is just in the Colossus Great Fairy.
That would be the nicest option here with Boss Key on River Chest, but remember that Dins is completely missing and we have no guidance whatsoever on that.
Gonna end up being oops AD for items. So mad.
We've already been to Low, we've already been to Ice, we probably need to go to GTG at the rate we're going, we've already been to Jamu and Forest, what's to say Fire and Spirit won't find a way too.
We need 2 items, chat. 2! We need Dins and Longshot. Why? And Mr. Mario is showing us, Tech Grotto here.
That's smart. It's an easily forgettable check that's dead today. But if you don't check it, it's really easy to last location that.
Mr. Mario, 2 arrows. 2.
Yeah, there's ways to get more. Yeah, we won't be seeing the inside of Ganon's castle today, at least, considering our Gobo locks it. So there is that, for what that's worth. Not much, but it's something, I guess.
I actually really like the Lake Lab music we got going here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Mario never got Lake Foolish because that was back Lake, so smart to check. Why do we need Dins or Longshot? Because in these settings, it is 3 stone bridge and the boss key is on the later cutscene, so need the 3 stones and the Shadow and Spirit medallions. For those who don't know, the more typical racing settings have it be 6 medallions required, which is not the case today. Mario's going to send his Death Orb to this side of the valley by entering the tent, and then he's going to go check the waterfall and get a hint for us, which we know all of them, so that's not going to tell us much.
Heart piece.
Yep.
Classic. Classic.
Classic.
This game is bad.
Absolutely classic Hinge. Foolish Valley in Valley. After Mario does all 3 checks again.
So bad.
He's probably
That
not
happens.
super thrilled about it.
That happens so often.
It does.
I'm not mad about it though. I like it.
No. Alright. Fortress time for Mario. We know this place is foolish. He does as well.
No top file. Oh.
We don't think so, at least, no.
At minimum,
And
it has a sense of humor.
It very much has a sense of humor. And that wasn't. And Pyro definitely has that Fortress Foolish now. Cheese Rat here for Mario because the game is very well coded indeed. You can't just get the Gorilla Guards stuck inside the torch with a hook shot and make the fight a lot easier. Something about wacky collisions, I think, is why that works. Or why you can do that. And Pyro's gonna take a different method to get to Lake, it looks like.
Since Pyro already did a big pose, so, like, you can do Lab Dive here. You could check Shoot the Sun. You can't get it still, but...
We're not gonna bother yet, it seems. If Dins is there, that would be pretty funny.
That'd be so disgusting. Because you know that's like...
GTG, yes. Gonna take the assumption that it's Colossus. Because, to be fair, the lens is specifically for Wasteland Crossing. It is not for GTG.
Yep, yep. The horse is
and
for all of it.
And he probably wants Song of Time before going to GTG, which is also fair.
Yeah. Knowing that it's out there, it makes a lot of sense to cross first.
Now the question is, does he stick around Spirit or head back to GTG if he finds Song of Time and nothing else at the Colossus?
Yeah. That's a good point, Chuckles.
Pyra... Oh. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Oh. Pyra does not have the Mirror Shield, so Spirit is a little less appealing, but it's also only 4 checks in Spirit.
Without a Mirror Shield, yeah. Yep. It's 4 Armos, top of Spirit, Twin Roba, that's 3.
No, I thought it was 4. Never mind.
Nope, 3. Probably thinking of the boss key chest, which is not actually mirror locked. Just up at the top. But yeah, we'll see, cause this is where the game's telling us to go. We're not entirely sure why yet, but this is where the game wants us to go. We do know it can't be on the Colossus Arch because Requiem is on the Ocarina of Time behind all 3 spiritual stones, at which point they will be in go mode. There is that, for what that's worth. Is it this? Is it Song of Time? Could it be both? It's Song of Time! Wahoo!
So the other thing, I don't think Pyra bought a bean. We shouldn't need whatever's on the arch because it's locked behind the rest of our items.
It's not. And actually, no, it doesn't have to be guaranteed Song of Time. It could be whatever's in Spirit at this point. In Spirit or Song of Time. And Mario's gonna go. Do you chase Song of Time or do you go Spirit here?
That's a tough answer.
Because there's no obvious answer as to which one that you should go for. You know Twilight's a key, so... Which is a dubious usefulness. Like, I might have at least gone into GTG just to see what the center chest was before trekking across the wasteland, honestly, in their position.
Yeah, that's kind of the only thing with having chest size and texture matches contents on. Like, I think peeking in and finding out.
For sure, like, should I head back immediately or not?
Yeah, because if this all has been...
Which is gonna be this is an interesting split. We will get our answer one way or the other between these two.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that Pyre will stick around, but he is at least taking a quick look in, seeing if the Mirror Shield's here, seeing if it's Song of Time. Smart.
Yep. Yeah, exactly, Chuckles. That's what Star was saying. We do know Toilet's a key, so it could all have just been a very long, drawn-out way of the game saying, hey, you need the center chest. Nope, it's not that.
Yeah, we do know it also could just be River Chest, but we have no way of knowing any which way. There's not a great deal of information going on right now.
Yep. But there are keys here.
There is... how many keys on right side?
Is it all three are keys?
Seriously? That is a lot of keys. That's a big... that's the boss key for... Hi, Mario. Okay, so center chest isn't it. Did we see any big chest on left side?
I don't think so.
Okay, so Song of Time's not for that, and Pyro has smartly decided to keys out of here instead. Fair enough.
Yep. Which, I mean, GTG could very well have our long shot still. We are likely to see the rest of it.
Eventually, yes, but I think at this point it makes sense for Pyro to decide,
Yeah.
okay, it's not a super obvious Song of Time thing, I might as well go figure out what it actually is. Because Pyro is too missing a mirror set. I'm really hoping that mirror doesn't bite Pyro here. It's 3 checks, but it is 3 checks. We have not seen Fire Temple. That is an option that exists. If Song of Time is only for the water boss key, they might end up in there at this point. Because the game really seems to be quite stingy with that.
Yeah. I think the worst thing about this scene is that it's actually being kind of stingy about items. Like, it's spacing them out, except for Forest.
So there's 1 key on Adult Climb. Let's see how many keys there are here on Child Climb, because that's a big chest, and that tells me there's at least 1 key fire locked. Big chest here is... Thanks!
So what I was about to say is a lot of our big chests could be bait or mostly useless.
Yeah, like that.
Ew, Kirby, no. We already had to go all the way through Jabu for stupid Lens of Truth.
Which these runners are probably kind of cranky about at this point.
Yeah,
Okay, so note as an interesting fact that Spirit Temple assumes that you use your keys in the worst way possible, including, well, going adult and using up your keys in adult sites so you can't light up the torches as child, disregarding Requiem. Which means that logic, and there was a small key on, we did not find enough small keys to fulfill logic, because Adult Climb is 3 key locked. We found Compass and we've only found 2 other keys, which are Compass and Child Climb, so there must be at least 1 key fire locked. So one of Dens or Fire Arrows must be available before this place. Mario, there we go. Found the chest, that's an item. That is very much an item that he is not happy about.
OGC Fairy, anyone?
Possible.
Anyone?
That is a... Don't tell me Fire Arrows is at the top of Fire Temple just to get to that.
Maybe? Maybe?
It's certainly not for Light Trial, we know that much, as that's key 5. On left hand.
Okay.
This seed gets more and more spaghetti. I don't know what the right invisible chest was, but Mario doesn't want it. Fair enough.
Yeah, it was small, so...
Yeah, noted by him having trouble opening it.
Yeah.
So he's gonna leave it.
It was small. No cares.
Yep. Yeah, to note, there is also one fire-locked item here in Spirits, which could be fun. This seat just gets better and better.
So, golds are bad. Oh,
That's
okay.
a big chest.
Big chest. Maybe. Nope.
Let's just get all the downward big chests. Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Once again, there is a lot of bait left.
There are. We are missing one ball bag, one bow, 2 scales of dubious use, our last bottle, furores, and fire arrows.
Yep. I mean, the
All
fire
just on the
arrows could
top
be
here.
important. Like you said,
There is that.
There's a fire locked item, so.
And there's Wasteland too, but yeah.
Yeah.
But if this is nothing, and we're in for some serious fun.
Yeah.
If Tundrova is nothing, we either need to come back here with a fire source, or slash let's have fun with a bow, which I honestly might go do in their position. I can't do bow shenanigans, but they can.
Hey, I mean, pushing the Armos statue feels so bad, but oh.
Mario's doing it.
No.
He's gonna do the other one first.
Collect some silver rupees and do bow shenanigans in there.
That one is slightly faster. Burning Cack is a junk item. I think a bloopy or something. We do start with the Prelude of Light in these settings, so there is a randomized item on one of the 12 randomly on one of the 12 song checks. Today that random song check was Burning Cack, and the random item was a blue rupee? Something useless in any case. They don't care.
Yeah, it's a bloopy.
So we do know that this whole shenanigans they're doing is not for that. We're not sure what it is for, but it's not that.
Content.
It is content.
It's for content.
So, logically, you are supposed to either light these torches with sticks, or use a fire source like fires or dins. However, there are some fairly goofy backup strats with a bow and backflips to do this. Which are not easy. Mario also does not have a lot of arrows.
Yeah. So you can actually pull one of these blocks and use that as a setup. Nice. Oh, shoot.
Oh, still didn't get it despite the pause buffer. That feels bad. We have found Song of Time of the Colossus. We are missing Requiem and Bolero as per their trackers. They know from a hint that Bolero is in the Composer Grave, and they know from a different hint that Requiem is on the Ocarina of Time. They also know that Child Spirit is completely useless, so they know it's not that, and that's dead. Okay, so it was... It's Spirit, it's Twinrova, probably. I'm not sure why... I thought Right Hand was dead, but I guess Mario wants to go for it. Okay.
Mario's just unlocking the door.
Or maybe he's just getting back out. That would make sense too. I'm blind. Can't get it right. And a bit lost because I could never remember which door was which here. There's strength 3 for Pyra, and Mario's gonna go do Twinrova now. So here's an important difference. The rest of the mirror lock checks were nothing here, but Mario will know for certain what on earth this trip across the wasteland was for.
Yeah.
After this. Pyra does not. Though remember that Longshot is still somehow behind all this. Well, the Song of Time's usefulness behind the lens is separate from Epona's usefulness for... bridge crossing. And I still don't know where that Longshot is. It must be Epona's locked somehow, but we haven't seen anything behind Epona's yet, which is concerning.
Yeah, I really think it's just chilling in GTG.
Yeah, that would honestly make most sense.
Or it could be on Outside Ganon's Castleberry.
That would make sense, frankly. Strength 3 is the only thing we have found of use in here, really. Or, yeah, I guess we got arrows. Yeah, so. I'm really hoping for Pyro's sake this is completely useless at Minerva.
Yeah,
It would
we'll
also be the
see.
comedy option for restream. Minerva having long shot or dibs would be a feels bad for Pyra here. And a
Yeah.
real run killer, honestly, because I don't know when he's getting back to bowling.
So, I think finding the mirror shield, regardless at this point, is really bad for Pyra. I mean, obviously, if there's nothing on here, all of this is gonna be just like nagging, reminding. Every other
Yeah,
check you're doing, you're going, oh, I had to leave those behind.
like, could it be that?
And then you have to hike again.
Yeah, and that's the biggest sales event. He's playing Prelude. This is OGC. Okay, that makes
Yep.
sense.
Makes sense.
This is the only thing you got from your trip. You might as well go do it.
Yeah. Pyra, I don't think saved in spirit, unfortunately. So if this is nothing, is gonna have to hike out again.
Yeah, can get Tech Grotto on the way if he chooses, at least.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, Minerva is slow. Nario did not get knocked off the platform, which can happen. And
Nice.
there we go.
She gone.
So, we'll get some answers here. Between these two chucks, was it Spirit Temple at all, or are we in for more shenanigans?
I'm here for shenanigans.
Same here at this point.
I'm just like, if our fire source is in...
Oh my goodness,
No,
that's a long shot.
Oh, that feels so bad.
Oh,
okay.
No,
All
Pyra,
right.
that's a feels bad.
Yeah. That feels real bad.
There. That does solve that way of the hero. Both of our way of the heroes for Lens and Epona's.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that's really, really bad news for Pyra.
Yeah. It also additionally fulfills Bomb Bag. Because even though Bomb Bag is just like standardly required, it hard locks getting that.
And that also confirms Strength Way of the hero in Forest Temple because their Strength 3 was in Spirit.
Yep.
Forest, triple Way of the Hero game. Thanks!
Forest was the MVP.
Dins and Fire, then it's Oops AD for items. You love VXR. I mean, we can't have Dins and Fire and Dins and GPG. One of the two will not be required. Or maybe both. I think there is still probably one or two stupid overworld checks left. Crater Fairy and DMT Fairy coming to mind again.
Yeah.
Flashbacks to Cool 6.
Child fishing. I don't think
we saw child fishing. We did not. There's the letter spot.
We have no scales.
Yeah, but there could be one somewhere. We did not actually see Lab Dive.
Oh,
there is
Richard? I don't think either runner has actually done Richard yet.
I'm not sure. There is Shoot the Sun.
Yeah, Shoot the Sun. I mean,
Hyrule
Mr.
Castle
Mario's
Fairy
definitely...
Fountain.
Yeah, Mr. Mario, I think, will just go... Well, no. You have Serenade. Mr. Mario wants to see GTG, apparently.
I think so. It is the density play here.
Yeah.
It's not the greatest play of all time, but it is a play.
Yeah.
We do know that one of Din's or Fire Arrows has to be available before Longshot because Spirit is Fire Locked, but we don't know which. It does not have to be Din's. It could be Fire Arrows, as we do have a mode to use them. So, more things to think about with shenanigans. Let's see what Hidden Ceiling Chest has for Pyra. Maze is definitely not helpful, and the Hidden Ceiling is not helpful either. At this point, this is not GT following Song of Time Wave here for Pyra. He's seen the right side, he knows he's seen the maze, he knows that's all completely dead, so it's just doing it for the dead side.
Yep.
And Pyra has to have Tornarova on his mind. It feels bad too at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because we'll have to ask him why he skipped bowling in interview, because that's such. If he joins us, because that feels bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean,
and apparently Richard
hand,
was done and was just thank you, chat.
Yeah.
Mirror Shield was on Bumcha Bowling in the market. And yeah, Milk?
It might mean Pyra ends up going Fire earlier, knowing that it was available. Oh, it doesn't have Hammer either. Oh no.
No, because he also skipped that for unknown reasons.
Okay,
well, we're in for time.
Yeah.
It will at least send him back, child, sooner rather than later. But and we still don't know if Fire has anything remotely useful, or even if Fire is Hammerlock. So we've got a ways to find out whatever the final piece of this seed is.
And it was just 2 keys on right side, not all 3.
We have actually gotten 2 forfeits out of this seed, which I honestly don't fault people for. Considering how shenanigansy the start was and still is.
Yeah, I mean, like we've seen on Restream, I think there are 2 moments that I would identify as like, nah, I'm done. And it's the lens being in Jabu for crossing after you finish lens minigame.
Yeah, that's one for sure.
And opening up outside Gaining Castle Ferry and finding that purple ruby.
Yeah,
those are the 2 moments.
Is this something useful, or is it one of our assorted not helpful things? There's Dins.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be go for Mr. Mario if,
He does not! Oh no, Mario! No! Oh, he's getting arrows. Okay, that makes sense. Do that, please.
Yeah.
Please don't fail for good, because we're collectively gonna be in really what mode for him. And I think he should be going back. Smart, good spot that he was out of arrows, or just about.
Yeah.
I was like, Mario,
picked up Song of Time, right?
They should both have it, yeah. Oh, Mahara might have, well, Mahara walked out of spirits, so yeah, he should have it. And that's it for GT. For us, at least. Pyra's gonna go do the firing chest, but that is no mode for us. What a seed!
Yeah, Mr. Mario probably gonna be able to make some pretty good time here. Water, depending on where the boss key is, isn't the fastest dungeon, and Shadow is Shadow, but...
We'll get there eventually. So, you know what we were discussing? This ended up being, oops, every dungeon but Fire Temple.
I'll take it.
You had to go to the well, you had to go to Ice Cavern, you technically had to go to Jabu. You had to go to GTG, you had to go to Forest, you had to go to Spirit.
Yeah.
And I think there is a world where someone ends up in Fire Temple with how this seed ended up going.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it was accessible fairly early. I wouldn't be surprised if someone at least stuck their head in just to see if, did this next to Vivaji or something, or some such thing.
Yeah, and especially after finding that hammer on diving minigame in Domain as they were handing in letter for the most part. Or even if they did an early break-in, wanted the hints from River and thought...
Because their spawn was right there, yeah.
Yeah, it was right there. They got bombs early, they had storms.
It wouldn't be unreasonable to see someone go fire this seed, frankly. I mean, this seed kind of wanted you to go everywhere, almost, so...
Yeah. Someone did, like, full-on AD. Definitely.
Maybe this is 17 people in this phase. This isn't like a ginormous sample size, but if we were to give this to, like, 50 random players, someone would end up doing all the dungeons. Just we see this in League plays, where someone will do just about every possible play there is to be done.
Wait. Is Mr. Mario going back for...
He had better go back for that, Tins, otherwise we're yelling at him too.
Mario? Okay.
Okay, phew. I was like,
I
please
figured
don't
this
fail.
is what was happening, but I was like,
His brain farts happen, but I would have been surprised if he skipped this room, considering, he knows he has rank 2 as he did Spirit.
Yep.
Alright, and this will be a good one for him at 2 hours, just over 2 hours and 4 minutes.
Yep.
Chad, you are not wrong! Give a million monkeys and 64 controllers an infinite time, and they'll eventually 100% everything. You are correct. Interesting variant on the monkeys trope, but you are right. You might need to give them an infinite number of N64 controllers as well, because those things do break. Or unbreakable controllers or something. I guess infinite controllers fits more with the theme of that phrase. So, where's this water pebble bosky? Because it's not guaranteed to be river chest at this point. It could be someplace else.
Be river chest? There's no other way to... Oh no, that's right. Nope. We've
Twin
just been
Robo
assuming
Longshot
this whole
solves it.
time that it's required.
No. If Twin
It's
Robo
not.
had been dead, Lens would have been confirmed for Song of Time,
That's
but
right.
instead,
But Longshot
it's
was
not. Yep.
there. I'm gonna guess a nice vanilla bosky.
I personally vote Dragon Chest. That's usually one of the last checks rather than a dungeon, because oftentimes people go through River Chest. I do also have wonder where Gold Scale ended up, because we did not see it. We did never saw Audio Scale for that matter, so...
I mean, Ganon's is not hinted foolish, so it's very possible that it's just hanging out, both of them in there. Small key
it's
and crack
possible.
wall.
Decent chance Pyro might find it too, in one of those in Shadow. There's a bunch of items in here.
And Mr. Mario, 1 1/4 heart. Okay, nice.
As some heart drops. I'll be back in a minute.
And small key. Mario, please, do not ignore the hearts. Just getting 1. Mario! Oh my god. Absolutely cursed hover boot noise from Pyra there. Chicken noise. Mr. Mario just living on the edge with these arrow counts. Okay, game. That's probably our last bomb bag. I think so. I'm pretty sure any sound clip is available for the...
I'm back, and... maybe, I'm not honestly sure, looking at the question in chat about Wellmaster sounds. Also, what was it by Harry Bomb Lock Bomb Bag?
Oh, there was a big chest, in Water Temple. I think we're still missing a bow.
We're missing a bow, a bomb bag, and 2 scales in our last bottle for ores and fire arrows, so quite a few.
It's probably...
It's probably
the
heavy
bow.
things. Yeah, it would make sense also for it to be an incredibly bomb-locked bomb bag, because,
I don't know, I'd have opened it for the refill if I were Mario.
Although water is foolish, and, Wave the hero foolish locations can only have progressive items if all copies are functionally identical and one other copy is Wave the hero. We don't actually know for sure that indeed, Deku was in fact Wave the Hero, because we have no idea what the Fire Temple key layout is. And that hammer's not actually been locked, for that matter, so... it is possible that the fire bow might be available. I don't think anyone would ever get that as your first bow, but it might theoretically be available, depending on the Fire Temple key layout, which would make it impossible for there to be a bow in Water Temple. Due to how foolishes work. Hey, random value. Yeah, this is pretty typical for OTR seeds. Even in these settings, it is unusual for seeds to go sub 2. Typically between 2 and 3 hours, 3 hours for top runners. This can go upwards of 4 for newer runners, depending on exact skill level. But even the worst possible seeds for these settings, and this one hasn't been a complete disaster, keep in mind. This one wasn't great, but it hasn't been a complete disaster. Even complete disaster seeds still would pretty much all sub 330 for top runners in these settings.
Mr. Mario not peeking central pillar here. Just going for it.
SpeedGaming is, I believe, used to mostly shorter randomizers, but Ocarina of Time is a very large and very complicated game with a lot of things going on in this rando. And we're sticking to simple settings. If you think this is long, you should see some of the other settings OTR has to offer. Oh, and he did peek, apparently.
Well, he did peek. Okay.
There's a key. Something. So, even if you did find gold scale, wherever gold scale went off to, you weren't getting. You had to find your iron boots. We were just on Fountain Ferry, which you should get on the way to Wave the Hero Waste Cavern, but that is funny. Yes, Top Isle, you can't watch a dinosaur bonk into a wall and die and laugh and then roll into a wall and KO yourself. Correct, because one of the funnier newer settings to the randomizer is Bonk KO and other variants thereof, where you do damage to yourself by bonking. It can kill you instantly, it can do 1 hurt, it can do double damage, it can do a few different things. And yes, Curry Fan, that is one of my personal favorites. You can also shuffle every single pot in this, well, just about all the pots in this game, other than the fairy ones. The ones that drop all ammo refills, magic, all that, which gives you some funky, such as the ones that Mario's gonna walk right past right now. Which gets into some funny hints. Because, you know those pots underneath Ganondorf? I think there's 14 of the things. The only reason I know that is for looking at spoiler logs. Those pots underneath Ganondorf. You can't get your light arrows there, and Ganondorf's hint for light arrows, when those light arrows are in the pots underneath him, is going to tell you that you'll never beat me by finding those light arrows from the pots over there. Personal favorite for silly hints. It's one of the funnier ones. I'll post the link in chat to that picture. But you can do things like shuffle all the entrances, you can do just dungeons with dungeons, houses with houses, and so on, or you can mix them all together. You can decouple the entrances, so entering somewhere and leaving it will give you to 2 different places. You can shuffle all the business scrub salesmen, you can shuffle all the golden sculptulas, you can remove all the keys, you can shuffle them anywhere, you can turn key rings, you can shuffle the silver rupees in the game. There are options and options and options. As Mario finishes off Water Temple.
Pyro? Oh, there we go.
Now the question for Pyra is, where does he go next? Note to our trackers, by the way, Pyra absolutely has a bonus song. And Strength 3. And ammo?
Did Pyra go back to the bottom of the well with Lullaby?
No, but he should have seen the well-dead hand hint.
Yeah.
I think he should have seen the well-dead hand hint, and he knows that he peeked the coffin chest. So.
Yeah.
Assuming he remembers. 2.5. It's more than a good 2 hours after last went to the well. Here's a big chest. Just save every bomb lock bomb back. Thanks.
Okay. I'm going with bow in water then.
Bravo.
Because I think, let's see, we saw Nehru's, right?
We saw Nehru's. That we know it can't be a scale in water. It can't be a bottle. It can't be fire. It was like it's Farore's Wind or that last bow when Fire Temple's key layout is bow lock. Because Fire Temple Axis is not bow locked, but
yeah.
But for a bow to be in foolish water, it must be bow. The fire one must be bow locked too.
Yes. Yeah. I'm just thinking like there's not.
Water Temple itself accesses bow lock, so that works. But that would require the third bow, which you know to be on Pierre, to be bow locked. And the only way that works is if the Fire Temple key layout requires the map chest key to get higher. Because that's about the only hard bow locked thing in Fire Temple.
I mean, yeah, logically, our irons are bow locked. So,
as is a pretty solid chunk of Forest Temple, which locks, you know, everything.
Yeah. Our ZL is bow locked.
Yep, because that was
domain
behind Forest
access.
Temple.
Yeah. So like our fire, as far as we know, is bow locked logically.
Fire Temple?
Because Hammer was behind Lullaby. Or Chicken's not in logic, is it?
No, it's not. You're right. Though that depends where our scales went off to. If there's one on Child Fishing, that's fine. But you might have a point. And again, that boils down to the key layout. Is Fire Temple Hammer locked?
Yeah.
I honestly forgot about that point about getting the child domain. Whoops, thank you for the catch. Don't mind us, chat. We know where everything is. We know where Go mode is for runners, and so we're just slightly chatting about the scene now as we watch Bongo die for Pyra.
Yeah, I'm very curious to see where Pyra goes. I mean, there's a chance you get dropped outside of.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, that's one scale.
Sounds good. Sounds good. That scale is bow locked by extension.
Yep, for a variety of our previously discussed reasons. That's a great spot for a scale.
Good. That's good.
I think Pyra might actually turn in 20 skulls and get Bolero. That tells me he's thinking fire.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You drop outside of Shadow, you get your Bolero, and you go peak fire.
It's honestly a good play for him. It is the densest play he has left at this point. We just don't know, unfortunately. He needs a Hero Shield off of Bowling and then to hike all the way back to Spirit. That hike in and of itself just feels really bad. Because you don't have Auroras. You don't have Requiem. You're hiking all the way back there.
Yeah, you're feeling real bad when you find that Hero Shield.
Oh, you feel really, really bad on that one.
Which, like, none of this is to say that it was a mistake to miss Bombchu Bowling or skip it. Like, it's a decision that Pyra made, and it made sense at the time.
Just had other things to do, and at this point has probably forgotten about it. Also understandable. It's just it feels bad.
Yep.
This is essentially what we call getting randomed. Made decent. Like, he's rounded well, he's played pretty well. He was close with Mario for a long time, but, and could have been actually saved some time by not doing the mirror lock checks in Spirit if it hadn't been required, but just got really bad luck on that on that long shot placement today in particular.
Yep.
And that's how randomizer goes sometimes. Which
not immediately hammerlocked.
Okay. And that feels bad when you get randed like this.
Yeah, now we get to count keys in fire.
Which I really suck at.
Well, we had one, and now it's gone.
Yep.
And it gets pretty easy in this room because there are either 2 keys or there aren't.
Or we need a hammer. Yep. Because you need the 2 keys for some reason. They have keys on both sides of the elevator because why not? I guess I don't honestly know why they have 2 keys on both sides of that same room.
All right.
Seems a bit redundant.
Yep.
He is fire locked out of here. Not fire, hammer locked.
Yeah. Which I don't know if that's better or worse because Pyra does not have a lot left to do as adult anyway. So. Like,
he doesn't have a lot left, period.
Yeah. Definitely doing this check makes sense. There's a chance I could see Pyra deciding to go find the water boss key before going child again.
Hmm.
Oh, super hammer locked.
That's 2 keys on the hammer on the basement loop. Thanks. And this is going to be the DMT and DMC fairies now. He's not cooperating from Mars. He's just going to get them.
Who are we? That's a good question. We are random people speaking into our microphones, trying to help chat enjoy what is happening in the race more.
Yep.
This is speed gaming, yes.
Okay, Pyra's going back, child. Please do bomb chew bowling.
Yeah, I don't see how you don't.
If he doesn't do this now, I don't know how he's getting back here.
Yep. I mean, you're also gonna do Castle Fairy, I assume, but...
We'll find out for if he remembers here.
Plenty of money.
Yeah. So that still requires for him to go immediately back to hiking through to Spirit Temple afterwards, which I don't know if he will. Oh, he didn't even do child shooting. Okay.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, he does not know if that lens is for his Twin Robo or if it's just for River Chest.
Yep. Yeah,
and
that's kind of why...
to hike back there versus do more child cleanup, which kind of sucks at the moment.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was hoping that he would choose to go to water and find Boss Key first.
Just so he knows.
Just so you know.
And there's his mirror shield.
Alright, so that is functionally gonna be go mode for Pyra.
No, so we'll see what he actually chooses to do with it. It's a whole other story.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this is one of those scenes where you really wish he got the hint for Central Pillar.
Oh, I know.
A Central Pillar hint would probably, because Central Pillar hint would save him a fair bit, and it would make for some interesting choices between runners too, with that Song of Time being where it was. And I love that color.
That blue almost exactly matches Mr. Mario's Kokiri tunic.
It does. It is a really pretty shade.
So yeah,
Richard
yeah.
Pyra. You're right here, me as well. Aren't you guys too old for this? I mean, this is a 30-year-old video game for starters. Also, second, no comment on our ages. People of all ages can play video games. I myself got into video games more as an adult than I did when I was little because my parents hated video games, so I didn't really have much chance to play them as a child. But I do really enjoy them now.
But yeah, so Pyra, playing Prelude, going adult. Kinda think this is gonna be... Oh, we're walking out. Oh, probably gonna double check that Tektite Grotto.
Probably, which makes sense. I mean, he doesn't have exactly a fantastic number of methods to get there.
Yep. Yeah, I agree, Mira. Going straight to Spirit, just gonna try and think of what's the best way there.
Which pretty much is this.
Yeah. Call your horse and ride.
Serenade. Yeah, it's close between Serenade versus Walking Out. I think Serenade might generally be slightly faster, but routing in. Well, Pyra playing a Prelude? Hello? Where is he going
Pyra?
now?
Pyra? Did we just time hop? No.
He did rock earlier.
Chuckles, no.
Was that just a mismenu of all things?
So Chuckles, one of our lovely trackers and a fabulous Ocarina of Time randomizer runner, plays Prelude every time he tries to call Epona. Every single time. And for whatever reason, just unfortunately didn't catch it. We'll have to say, Pyra's just been watching you too much, Chuckles. And that is our dungeons done for Mr. Mario.
Yep, just needs to go climb the tower and beat the game.
I know Mr. Mario does not need more than 6 arrows to do this, but the anxiety I feel every time I watch someone go in with that few. Oh, I can't. So, Mr. Mario gonna finish up pretty quick here. I don't think we've talked about the delay at all, but we do have a 15-minute delay on, so everything that you're watching now actually happened 15 minutes ago.
Yep, Mario has been done for some number of minutes. It does not take him 15 minutes to climb the tower and kill Ganon. I would be incredibly concerned if he somehow did that.
I didn't know Collapse was on in these settings.
Even with Collapse, it doesn't take 15 minutes.
I think this is like best case scenario for Pyra, just going straight back to Spirit.
Yeah, just taking the gamble for that lens way of the hero.
Yep. Mario has gone back to the future. I was thinking more like in Spaceballs. We're in now. We went too far. Alright.
We will announce finishes after Mario is done on the delay.
Aw, I'm sorry, Drew.
If Mario died 50 times again, then I'd be deeply concerned.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, 3 hearts? That's basically 1 hit.
Mario is also Mario.
Yes. No. With the spin strats. Such swag.
Alright, so Pyro will be in go mode, and maybe another 5 minutes or something. It's gonna do the other fire lock checks in Spirit first, because I don't think he did both shenanigans. Do the other inertial lock checks, and then go to Tomorrow. So, maybe closer to 10 minutes, but we'll do that, get long shot, head to water, beat that, and then go finish the game. We'll be sub 3, not sure by how much, but we'll be sub 3. Something maybe in the 250 range.
Yeah, depending on how... I know a lot of runners prefer not to do Central Pillar, they just route it at the end of everything else. Twin Rova, unfortunately, a very long boss. Yeah, the spoilers. Sorry, we'll try to mark our spoilers going forward. This is not a spoiler, though. Here's Ganon. Hammer was on the diving minigame in Domain.
Yeah, Hammer was on the Zora diving game, which Pyra also skipped. He's really lucky that wasn't required. Because that was one of his other remaining child cleanup checks he could have done along with bowling. And then Mario in chat smelling that he was done almost 15 minutes ago, considering he's on Ganon and should be done soon.
Oh, welcome in, Mr. Mario.
Welcome in. Always funny to see a runner in chat on when we're on delay and they're still going on restream, but they've been done for several minutes in real time.
And let's get some GGs in chat. Dang, spoiler G. I mean, I suppose Mr. Mario could miss this hit, you know, for 15 minutes, but...
there we are. GG's to Mario, finishing first on restream, second overall in the race, 231.41, getting just about sniped by our defending champion. What the hell's happened? Finishing first, 231.09. GG's.
That's so rude.
Believe Mario will actually join us in interview once Pyro.Duns.Quits. I'm not sure if he means IRL or on delay, but we'll find out sometime.
We will know soon, TM.
Yep. Because that is it for him for this seed. Need to go dig out the qualifier standings again. Memory serves, yep, this is Mario's first call. Should be a pretty handy number of points, being just a hair behind what the hell's. How many points exactly is going to depend a bit on how far behind third place is, because they're not done yet here at just under at 233. This should be a handy 100 points and something for Mario. Pyra will be some ways behind, unfortunately, at this point. Let me go find Pyra on this sheet, because they have done some calls already. Mistake. Okay. So Pyro's done 3 quals so far, headed 90 and 87 in the forfeit, so this will be his third qual. Probably in the high 70s, low 80s if I had to guess, because he's a decent ways behind Mario here. Since he did take one forfeit, and having 4 races drops your best score and keeps your lowest, which is a forfeit for him, and his best is a 90, he will want to play a fifth, one of our remaining 5 quals, to take that 0 off, hopefully.
What trolled you, Kevin?
Hey Kevin, in chat as well. GG's to him, who mine are spoilers low. I guess I'll foil the next 2 finishes, which is technically a smidge of the future. Marsolian finished 64, finished 3rd, 235.29. And then Kevin over there finished 6th, 4th, sorry, 236.21. So GG's, I guess, ahead of time.
Yeah.
By saying out here, so thinking someone skipped Jabu and Duncan this all. Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, that's kind of what I was saying earlier. If they happen to be really fast in collecting skulls, maybe you have a bottle other than letter, and you have the option to just kind of bypass Jabu altogether, but I am guessing no one did that.
There might be 1 or 2. Because it is also possible to just turn in letter and head straight to Ice Cavern, too. I'm not sure what the odds of that are. It kind of depends on how you follow the hints, but it is possible. Because keep in mind that these 2 guys on Restream are only 2 out of 17 perspectives on this seed.
Oh. I was like, Hyrule Field wasn't Wath.
I was going to say, what?
Yeah.
Not in this seed, at least.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Kevin apparently skipped over the first time because he didn't have the Hyrule Field magic, which he was assuming was the ranch wave here, but then once he got the magic, he went back, which hurt. Hey, what the hell's GG's?
The real question, what we really want to know, why'd you beat Mr. Mario?
Alright, Pyro's on to phase 2 of Twin Rova now. That's some funny swapped balls music, because that's King Dodonga music on Twin Rova instead. So this'll be his go mode in a couple of minutes. What the hell's apparently did GTG before Spirit, but did not do Twin Rova. Ouch. So he went back after Shadow and crossed. Ow, that hurts, time-wise. Twin Rova is a time sink and a long boss, as we see here for Pyra, but it does feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately, it's something everyone has to do. There is a little RNG, but it's not like anyone's saving time.
Yeah. And there we are.
Yep, and that's go mode.
I mean, I do play Zelda Hurdle, Drew, but I also, I have seen people play probably over 100, probably well over 100 seeds by now, with assorted various audios too over the course of the past 2.5 years since I joined the rando community. So yes, I am rather familiar with the King Dodonga music.
Actually skip Jabu?
Video apparently actually did. Vidya, who finished 5th, by the way, 238.31, minor spoilers again.
I mean, I have so many questions about what you might have.
Apparently, okay, so he's saying in chat, because the opponent's wave here, Longshot couldn't just be in Jabu, so it had to be bad. That makes a kind of sense.
Yeah.
Oh, he did Jabu before, because he did Ice before Jabu. Okay, fair. By the way, Vidya sniped Dylan Meeble, 238-31, 238-34. Lots of close finishes here. He checked Lab Dive at first, and then pretty much it had to be Lens, because it couldn't
Yeah,
have
the
been skills.
Dins.
Okay. Yeah, banking on Din's not in Jabu, correct? Because it could have been that too. With that boomerang being what it was.
After getting... Yeah. Oh, funny.
Oh, forgetting the opponent while he went straight to GTG, right. And GTG does get you Dins, which tells you, okay, that was stringing together.
Yeah, How did you not just... I mean, I'm sorry, I'm gonna ask a very offensive question. How did you not just blow everyone away then?
That is another good question. How did you still
What?
finish 7 minutes behind what the hells?
Yeah, what, what happened?
What did you end up doing that last time? Oh, you had for Roars, Kevin? Where was that?
Oh no, you did Jabu after Shadow? I have so many questions.
Oh no, my so lion.
So many questions.
Who did that? Child fishing Roars?
Of course.
Of course, that's where that was. Of course. That's a funny one.
Yeah,
Mario didn't go top one early. No, Ira here took an interesting play and went well, basically immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, and that hookshot down there really,
Well, did well immediately, saw a bomb like big, without his bombs as yell, saw the bomb like big chest, did the rest of Child 1, got bombs, and went right back. That, to be specific. Also doing more conventional water temple routing, which is going to result in the last location boss cancel the killer.
Yeah.
Because it's long and slow and annoying. Yes,
yeah, I mean, at least these rooms are less terrible when you have hovers and long shot. It takes a lot less time.
Coming up these platforms that just hookshot takes ages. As does this room without long shots and hovers.
Oh, and okay, Vidya actually did skulls.
Pyro was going for skulls a bit, so I guess there is that. Well, what the hell did bottom the wall right after ranking Child lost with since he got the dead hand dual hint? And that makes sense, because with the dead hand dual hint you can take the risk that you don't need to do that.
Yeah, you right, Drew. Just really enjoy Ocarina of Time Randomizer.
And all that it has to offer, such as this seed.
The seed is something.
This seed sure was something.
We avoided fire, at least. And it sounds like some people avoided Jabu.
OT is a good game, indeed, true.
It is. It's a good game. And I mean, I think it says a lot about how much fun we have that not only did someone develop a rando, but we all obsessively come back to rando.
Oh yeah, the rando's been around since fall 2018. It's going on 4 years now and still in active development. The dev team has changed, the people who played have changed some, but the randomizer is still around.
That true, Drew? That true?
True that you can click whenever you want? Yeah.
Blink
also,
twice in chat if you need help.
Also, GG's to 7th place and 8th place, because 240-34, I am not sure why I just pronounced that the French way, and Breadcon, 8th, 241-40.
Nice.
I don't think Krez is actually French, my brain decided to switch languages from spontaneously for no reason. Yeah, well. Rando is life suffering at some time. Oh hey, big chest.
Two big chests in water. What do you have?
The final boss one is it.
Choose.
I'm not even sure what the other one. Choose. I forgot we've only seen one true pack this season.
Yeah.
It could actually be both two true packs in here, not even the other bow.
More so, that sounds like you opened the chests in Foolish Water.
You actually low. Choosing Wasteland 2? Lol, what the hell. So which one was the bow and which one was the choosing here in Water, so? Whose name I am defaulting as a French method, je crois que tu es francophone? Je ne suis pas sûr. I think, or at least for Marceau's scream, I think it's in French. But, yeah. My brain also just defaults to that because Marceau is a French word. I believe the translation is morsel, if memory serves. Random language fun facts with Star. Yeah, what the hell's one of the reasons he did GTG first was to maybe get a fire source. I so forgot the song at class, so I didn't have song at time. He hoped for worse just in case. Oh no.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
That feels bad. Oh, Pyre doing a file duplication to save some water level here. You don't see that often.
That's nice.
Yep. Which one of our restream runners did fishing again? I think it was Pyra who did backhiking.
Pyra did adult fishing.
Okay, yeah, that's child. What I thought. Mario skipped Lake entirely.
Yeah, I mean, except for hopping around a little bit before and after water.
Yeah.
Exactly. I actually think we only saw the adult spawn once because Serenade is faster. Yeah. This is so fun watching runners discuss their various routing choices and like why they did them. Imagine. Open it. Open it. No. I get it. Okay, Pyra is actually going to leave Central Pillar for the end, unfortunately. Peeky peek here. I do not enjoy doing that peek, personally. I think it's really hard to find the right spot. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's where the time difference came in. Diving minigame. We have our answer. What the hells did not do diving minigame?
Nope.
Jabu Ice GTG. On the way to Jabu. Oh, that's super funny. Yeah, you have a tunic. Oh, no, don't die. You're actually gonna... Okay, there we go. There we go. No? There. Nice. Imagine breathing.
Right?
I mean, I personally quite like breathing. Vidya. I wanna, like, what is the perfect route in this game? Maybe Vidya. Because if you get the bomb bag, everything becomes pretty, pretty straightforward if you decide, no, I'm not gonna do Jabu. But yeah, you need the 20 skulls bottle instead of the just Rudos.
Yeah. Because you need a bottle for Ice Capper, and you're sure as heck not getting the Frogs 2 bottle, and
Yeah.
who knows where the last one went.
Ganon's.
Probably.
Ugh, terrible cutscenes. Just so very slow. Well, chat, as Pyra climbs up Ganon's castle, if you have any questions for either of our runners, feel free to pop them in chat. I do believe... Well, I suppose I don't know if Pyra has agreed to come in or not. May not want to.
I honestly forgot to DM him because I got a little bit distracted by something else. Virama, did you?
Okay, well, we'll find out. I know Mr. Mario was planning to come in, but... Star covered that a little bit earlier.
Right.
Maybe...
Estimates on points. What the hell's in Mario being 30, brain can work. 32 seconds apart should be both in over, and, Marcel Lion being third about not quite 4 minutes behind. Mario should have both in the high, both something in the 100s for points, Marcel somewhere in the high 90s. Kevin, a little bit behind that, should also be something in, I think, the mid-90s, and then it'll taper from there. I have not put in the numbers yet. Let me go do some basic numbers. With whatever current points exist as of IRL time right now. Not, restream time. On delay. Yeah, Exodus has only played in 2 qualifiers, but got a 105 and a 106, so the man's in a great spot. As long as he doesn't forfeit or epically get epically randoed by his final qual, he's guaranteed a pretty good seeding there. He could get forfeit or get epically randoed. I hope he doesn't, because he's done really well so far.
Man, when you look at it, top 32 is a lot of the same people that you see in our top 64. And like
and Challenge
it's
Cup
just,
as well, since we have a smaller pool.
yeah, it's just such a like, it's honestly such a strong playing field now that like
it is like we have a lot of strong artists in this community, and it shows. Like, and even it's so nice to see how well you've done, honestly, Marcella, in there in chat, because I hadn't really seen you around before now, but you've been having a real fun. You've had a really good time with these calls so far. Alright.
don't play 4.
Math applied, my math calculations applied. Okay, my math is slightly wonky. What the hell's is 100.18 points, what Mario 99.82 points, and Marsolai 97.31 points. I think very. Okay, 101.06 points for What the Hells, 100.71 for Mario, and 98.23 for Marceau, because I failed formulas.
Alright, I failed very basic math this morning, so like, it's fine.
And I
Sometimes
think
it
that
happens.
might have affected some of the other. No, it looks like I'm fine on the other. Oh, I think I realized why that's. Ah, gosh dang it. Google Sheets. Okay, just this one done. Okay, so yeah, then Kevin's 897.66, and so on and so forth. 30 seconds off first would always be 100, lol. 100.71 for Mario in this case. Probably relatively close together. It's not like a huge amount over 100 points from What the Hells. And then a pretty close cluster all the way through. Well, I have not read off point finishes since Bread, so 9th place was Bread Dubadecker, 246.55. And then, well, no one since then, so Pyro will be up next, it looks like. But Decker, all the way through Decker, gets 90.74 points. Pyro is noticeably behind at this point, almost around a little over 10 minutes. So we'll be something in the 80s, as I can see on this sheet.
Wow! Okay, so I said earlier to someone that we're not gonna see nuts used on Ganon because we have Big Goron Sword, and here Pyra is proving me a liar. Thanks,
Yep.
Pyra.
The sheet is provisionally updated for the finish times as of whenever I copied it like 5 minutes ago. That is not final finish times. That depends on everyone being done with this scene, which is going to take a bit.
Okay, I feel like Big Goron Sword was like Forest Lobby.
What the hell's it was in Forest Temple? I think that was back of CAC. What the hell's what?
What? Oh, Open Grotto?
It was the back of CAC Open Grotto. He got it. Wondering my part isn't using it. Good question.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, like.
I was going to say.
I was
what
like,
the hell is how can you skip that?
What the hell's taking the time-old tradition of just go where the items are?
Right.
Oh no. Yeah, no. Pyra definitely has Big Goron Sword.
Just choosing to not menu for it.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
maybe this just feels like a more appropriate ending for this seed. Regardless, let's get GG's in chat.
GG's incoming for Pyra.
Like everyone, Koari. Literally everyone did drop it.
Just about everyone but Vidya, apparently. But GG's to Pyra, finishing 10th, 257.42.
Nice, GG's.
We'll see. We'll see if he wants to come in for an interview. Looks like they both will.
Yay.
And let's see how they thought of the scene. Hey guys, GG's.
GG.
Yo, GG's.
Any thoughts you want to share with the class?
Well, personally, I feel like I probably should have gone GTG before Spirit, but then if I went GTG, I'd probably leave to go to Shadow. But maybe not with the Lensway, the hero. I don't know really what would happen. I think I stand by my routing decisions, except for not going well in Child 1. I think I should have just full cleared that.
In
Got
a
hookshot.
weird, sadistic way, I stand by every decision I made too. I was just hard punished the whole seed. I don't think I made a single correct choice the entire game. It was
I mean,
great.
Did you
It was
go
great.
Ice
Hazel,
Cavern?
I
yes.
did.
Then
You
you
kinda
made a
have.
correct choice.
I mean,
It's not
Pyra, I
even a
actually thought
choice. It tells
you kind of had to, Mario.
Yeah, it tells you to go there, man. Way of the heroes are mean, man. I hate them.
I did
Mm-hmm.
think that it wasn't. I did think it was actually an interesting and bad play, frankly, Pyra, to go well immediately. Essentially, you did have to backtrack for hookshot, to
Yeah.
be fair, but it did get you your hookshot a good bit before Mario, who got his hookshot in Child 2.
Yeah,
Yep.
I don't mind that play. It's you're pretty much right there. It's still a lot of checks. You get 2 peaks
It
with ZL,
was.
and then
Hmm.
I mean like the dual hint was super nice because it killed ZL.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the dual
Yeah,
hint is
Like
definitely no reason not to go if you have bombs.
so
yeah, so like that's why that was actually a pretty good choice, an
yeah,
interesting one because you're like, oh, interesting, but it makes sense when you're spawned right there.
yeah. I scummed the first 5 minutes of my seed because I did chickens, emptied the well, saved, and then scummed from inside well. So
Huh.
and then went to Lon from the scum, and then I obviously like went back after picking up bombs and Cookere.
Oh yeah, and then went adult from there, which got you more or less into
Would
forest
have been
hunter
nice if
double
testing.
tip well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
And
because you
Forest
had the knowledge of it that there was a
and
big test
Spirit
there.
and GTG.
Yeah, you build after the courtyards. Were you going for 20 skills there, or for ice, or what was your thought when you built out of the courtyards, Pyra?
It was mostly for skulls, honestly. Like, you get 3 really quick skulls in Forest, and I know a lot of people hate it, but I actually think through Courtyard is super quick for checks. And it was loaded. And then I was like, oh, cool, I got hovers. I'm gonna bounce. And then I found the, like, Forest Wath and the... I was thinking about the song layout mostly, and then I realized it was probably
Yep.
necessary to get Prelude check.
Yeah, I knew that Zia was on Prelude pretty much as soon as I got minuets off of Bolero. Like, I did pot push because I didn't have hookshot, so I'm like, oh, yes,
Yeah.
finally, I could do this. And then
It
it's
was cool to see
minuet
on
when I already
Restream.
went there. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I forget exactly when I figured it out, but I still like wasn't 100% if it was going to be ZL or if it was going to be like a bonus for crossing, and maybe you could skip logically. But
Mm.
It was like with no sign of hookshot or long shot. Like,
yeah,
I was just like, okay, once I get hookshot, I'm going to Forest because that's like 90% chance ZL on Prelude.
yeah. Do market art checks earlier when you
Oh
go.
yeah, your
Yeah.
mirror shield, Pyra.
Yeah.
That was a thing. Is there a particular reason why you skipped it for 2.5 hours?
I think the first time was money. I don't think I had 60 when I was there the first time, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go adult. I felt really bad about my early child route, actually. Like, stuff not paying off, and then I got Hook out of the double dip in well, and I was like, I should just go adult and chase Hook.
Yep.
I'm very much a commit to your gambles and your plays. So, after skipping Child Market the first time, I was like, I'm just never gonna do it, because it's like 3 checks. What's the likelihood something useful is there? So.
Yeah, it's 3 really quick checks though, so
Yeah,
I don't know about that one.
they're still dumb checks. So.
Yeah, I would say the only time I was confused about skipping the rest of the checks was when you were there to do lens mini game.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, you've got the others. To get your mirror shield, please.
I was super just pushing lens at that point too.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah,
yeah, you're right. That was stupid. That was just bad.
No, I'm not saying no.
No, I
That's
mean, in
I
retrospect it is, but
I genuinely think that almost every decision you made, it made sense at the time. It just was unfortunate that they happened to be where
Yeah.
your items were.
Mhm.
I also
Yeah.
I like low-key started a meta game too, because I was like, if it's just like on Boundary Bowling, there's no way no one's finished yet. But it was
Mhm.
the fact that it was like Mirror Shield for a long shot.
Yep,
That's
yep.
like really far. So
Yep.
Yeah, Vidya saying in chat, feel like shit the entire time until you're rewarded at the bitter end. That's exactly how I felt the entirety of Spirit Temple.
Yep.
Until I found the long shot on Twin River, I'm like, yes, thank God. It's just not for Song of Time.
that was the
Yeah, we
other.
were wondering for a while what Undertale would be because it was like, oh, strength 3,
Ugh.
boatload of nothing. Oh dear.
Yeah, I was actually thinking like, especially in retrospect, now that you know how the seed pays out, I was thinking maybe going water right after ice to see if like Song of Time was going to be required.
Yeah.
Like before you go all the way out there, because I'm like, if it's just like Song of Time,
Yeah,
if it's Song of Time locked water, like at least I know that at the time I have to go out and get there.
Hmm.
But like if it's not Song of Time locked, then you can know that like something's going to be in spirit, I guess. Is the
I would
rationale.
definitely do that if water wasn't foolish, but
That's
water
true.
foolish
Yeah.
is like, yeah, I'm not touching that ever
I
until I
still feel
have
like the
everything.
info tells you that at least like if you can full clear it except for river chest, like the
Yeah.
info still tells you at least that.
Mm.
Like so I don't know, maybe in
I mean, it makes
retrospect it
sense.
makes sense. Yeah.
yeah.
But then you have to add
That's
on the time of like double dipping because you don't have Forays Wind, so
Yeah, but Serenade. I mean,
yeah,
eh.
it's like a minute.
Yeah, I guess
A
running
minute
through is really just
would have won me the race, so a minute isn't nothing. Yeah, long shot was funny. I was thinking the entire time through going Jabu, I was like, oh man, what if it's just on Darunia? And then
yeah.
I
We
wasn't
were.
even thinking that it was bait at the time until I found the lens on Baronet. I was like, oh, this can be bait.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah, we were discussing, whether to go do the Runia before jump or just head straight in, and
I was
it's
like,
like a
commit.
case of,
Just commit.
yeah, commit, but
What are the
also you
odds that
do,
Skull Kid and Darunia both have a major item?
Yeah.
yeah, and it's too that I guess there's also that Ice is Way of the Hero, and that's your only bottle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you need that bottle anyhow for Ice, unless you really want to go grind 20 skulls.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
You were
yeah,
pretty close though, right? You end
I
up with
remember it was
14,
close. I wasn't
15 skulls?
counting for Mario.
I had 10.
Okay. They do remember you turning in 10 for a purple rupee or some such thing.
Yep,
Yeah.
I got 10. I turned it in right before the well, and then decided not to get any more until like I was in the forest basement. I'm like, oh wait, maybe I should get more because I can skip having to do the letter and go to Iceway the Hero, and then I get letter in the next check. I'm like, oh well, there goes that plan.
Yeah.
And looks like we are getting a raid here as we're wrapping up. Triffith, thank you for raiding in. Welcome. Welcome, raiders. We're doing an interview after the end of a qualifier restream here.
Yep. Looks like everyone's done too. IRL's not quite in real time, not on delay quite. GG's to Nath, finishing 11th, 30409. Corey 12th, 30903, and Scorpius 32055 just now.
Nice. GG's, everyone. This was so entertaining to watch, which means that it's not fun to play through. General rule of thumb.
Yeah, we had a fun time on this one. Quite some seed, quite a seed. Those Way of the Heroes were really something else.
Mm-hmm.
End result of that, the Red Trig here for Sarius, for a boomerang for the lens, SFM for that Nocturne, gee, thanks. Well, Kakiri for that bomb bag, also thanks. Ice for Eponas, and Forest for Hover Boots, Rudo's Letter, and that strength upgrade.
Forest stacked.
So, Mario, I have a question. How often do you blow up the really ironic hint stones?
Not often. Only that like
Okay.
one time in RSL I remember doing it.
Okay. I know you were just doing a death warp tonight, but I think you probably set off that Garuda Valley Foolish.
Oh
zone.
no, that was just for Death Warp. I wasn't even thinking about that, to be honest.
That was a funny one, to be fair. It's like, well,
Yeah, lol. What a place.
What
And
a
then
place.
I go towards the hint in Colossus after having every hint. I'm like, what am I doing? I gotta.
yeah. Autopilot's a powerful thing. The other copy of Valley Foolish was Back Lake. Pirate here did that. The other copy of Back Lake was your first Forest Wave hero that we saw on Restream.
Oh yeah, I didn't get
And
Force
which
Wave
was a
here
major
until
eye
after
roll.
Forest.
Yeah, which is a major eye roll because when Pyra bailed out of the Forest Courtyards, he got a few skulls, did Back Lake and actual Lake as well, and then went back. So it's like, who'd have thought was our opinion on that Forest Way of the hero?
It wasn't even
Oh,
because of
man.
the hero. I was just thinking about the song layout, and I was like, I should just go
Oh
beat
yeah,
Forest.
yeah. We were half wondering why you did bail with the song layout that was going at the time.
I just wasn't thinking about it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, thanks for having us on the restream. Always
Yeah,
fun.
it was good fun.
Yeah, thank you both for letting us restream you. GG's to you both. I hope the
GG.
rest of your quals go well. What numbers is this for each of you?
This was 4 for me, and I forfeit my last one, so I'm excited.
You are correct.
Yeah.
And this
You'll
is
be
one
doing
from...
5 then.
Yep.
Ooh,
And this
is
is
my
Mario's first.
Oh, cool. Got
Okay.
I can only make 3, so they better be good.
Well, you got 100 points out of this one, so you're on the... So far, so good.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
I am currently in the process of putting in the points on the official Google Sheet, which is going... Why is... What on earth happened to that person's thing? I apparently broke something, so I'll need to fix that after we go offline. But that will be updated and posted later tonight, since everyone's not in time for me to do that instead of waiting till tomorrow morning, I guess.
Awesome.
But yeah, that'll be about 100. That'll be 100.71 points for you, Mario, and a not terrible 83.68 for you, Pyra.
I think that's actually better than one of my other finishes. No.
Where are you on here? That is actually your lowest score, I'm afraid.
Oh, okay.
87.3, 90.27, and 83.68, as well as a 4, which is 0.
Consistency. Let's go.
I mean, it's higher than a forfeit.
Yeah.
It is higher than a forfeit.
Well, let's not end on that note. Thank you both again so much for letting us restream you. Good luck in the rest of your quals. What are the commands similar here? Yeah, follow our runners, Mr. Mario and Pyra. Their links are in chat.
So I'll give our entire restream crew a follow. Thank you to Milkweed for as my co-com, to my co-admin Maris, who also did the tracking, and Chuckles tracking as well. Thank you all.
And thank you, Star, for being on comms and for working to organize all of this. And to everyone in chat, of course, for joining us.
Yep. So this shall be it for us tonight. We will be back on Thursday for the next qualifier, which is at... let me double check my own schedule. 2 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. CEST. We do hope to see you all there. We'll be on one of the SpeedGaming channels, as of yet undecided. But I think that's about it for us. I'll let our runners have a last word and have a good night.
See ya.
Thanks, everyone. And GG Mario.
GG's.